Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
All right, welcome in to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in here, taking time out of your Friday night. You could be out having a great night, doing all of that. Maybe you're pre-gaming right now, who knows? But we appreciate you guys all tuning in here with us. We've got a packed house today, actually. We've got a lot of things going on. This is our Lions pre-game show for Woodward Nights. My name's Booner, as always. We've got Matthew Broder.
Hello.
Detroit Lions beat reporter. Let's go to Nick first. We've got Nick in the sound booth, as always.
Let's go. You know what it is. It is Friday. We are here to kick your weekend off the right way. Set you up with the Lions pregame for how these guys are about to get a dub. Let's go.
You can see in Nick's camera, Travis here, joined us the last couple months here on social to help us out. He's going to be sitting in, just hanging out with the boys, man. And guess who we got in the TD booth today? The one, the only, Speakeasy, baby. Easy, what's
can't
up?
run for me today, bro.
Funny. Try to take over our show. Just try.
Let's think about this, though. The only positive thing about Easy being in the booth right now is Easy can't be in the chat when he's in the booth.
I mean, I can.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be someone else at the company trolling us on with the Woodward Sports account.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I don't know. There's some coward who hasn't shown his face yet, his or her face.
Oh, I just found my camera.
Did you have a camera?
Yeah, I found it.
All right, we've got Easy in the booth. There we go. Shout out Easy. Steve Lehman said, oh, yeah, or he said something. Where is it? He said something. He said Booner and Spenny got heated today. It was really just Spenny just came on a show and just spit out wrong facts. And then I just had to, like, sit down and end the facts.
It was all hypothetical, to be fair. But
yeah, but it was like outrageous hypothetical. Like,
but you got him. You're 2-0.
I am 2-0. Well, 3-0 because I got you twice.
When's the second time?
I can't remember, but I got you twice.
So we're 2-0.
All right. Hey, we've got a packed show for you guys. Booner's never lost versus the heavyweights on air. That is a fact. 8:15, though, we're going to talk about Lions injury report. Not much has happened. I don't think anything's came out today. Usually it does the day before a game. They've released nothing.
It's the week's all off. Like the Thursday one was the Friday practice report. So what we got yesterday was it until... What do we say about
90 minutes before the game?
6:45.
Yep.
Yes.
So we should be knowing something tomorrow during the pregame show. We're going to talk that at 8:15 though. Denver Broncos kind of for the preview there of the game. Some just kind of facts with that. 8:30 we're going to go over our keys to victory. 8:45 matchups. 9 o'clock we're going to actually predict here. We haven't done this yet, but we're going to predict who we think is going to be the player of the game on offense and defense. Because we do the game ball and the Kool-Aid pitcher on Mondays. So Fridays we're going to predict and see how close we are to getting that right.
And these are Lions players.
Lions players.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is who's gonna who do you think will end up getting the game ball on each side of the ball come Saturday night after the game?
Got you. So I don't get to pick Lil Jordan Humphrey.
You do not.
Dude, the Denver Broncos have some absurd names. I'll let you finish your rundown, but got Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Is his name actual?
Their center's last name's Cushenberry. Got Josie Jewell. They got some names. It's funny. Keep going.
Jules. I like Josie Jewell. I wrote him in my notes today. Actually, I got some.
Good.
I've got some facts about him in my notes.
Little Jordan.
9:15 around the NFL as always. 9:30. Do some Booner bets. We're gonna go over some Lions player props. We're gonna go around the room over under. 9:40. We're gonna give our score prediction. So we've got. This is just a pregame show, really. We're all locked in here for the Lions. We need a bounce back to the tomorrow, Broder.
Need it.
I was talking to a lot of people today, and everyone I spoke with about the Detroit Lions, just like tomorrow is like the biggest, and I've been saying it all week, like maybe the second biggest game of the year. That's what it feels like, and it feels like I think the guys feel that. So I'm excited to talk.
Is it a must win?
Yes, we'll talk about that. Yeah, I think it is, and some
it
people
is for the Broncos. That's all I know.
The good thing about this is I'm not someone who sits up here and says every single week it's a must win.
Right.
So I'm able to today.
I like it.
I think every year you only get about 3 of those a year.
Yeah, it's a good number.
In the regular season. Do you think it's
Yeah.
lower? Do you guys think it's lower or is 3?
I just think as fans, we stress out more, so we make them must-wins, although they may not be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, we lost. Now we need to get one back. It's like when you gamble. It's like, I got to get another one back now. Damn it.
You
But you're right.
shake like
There's probably only like 3 or 4 like real must-wins.
Yeah, I think maybe 3 a year, and that's just regular season because in the playoffs, every game's a must-win.
Yeah.
So let's go down to some trending stuff today. All right, I just found this out right before the show here. So Shohei Ohtani, when the Dodgers pitched to Shohei Ohtani, kind of getting him to LA, they had a video that was recorded 6 years ago from Kobe Bryant.
Wow.
And it was a pitch to Shohei from Kobe Bryant saying, like, hey, like, LA is the spot you want to be. And it kind of goes on like a rant. I guess it's a video. They haven't released a video or anything, but it was a favor that Kobe did for the Dodgers years ago.
Holy hell.
And that was kind of the turning point from, I guess, what they're saying within the kind of pitch. And that's why he chose LA. One of the reasons
Best
why he
recruiting
chose.
pitch ever?
I think it might be.
Why
I got
didn't they do that to
goosebumps.
Eduardo Rodriguez? What are we doing here?
It was
That is
just to Shohei. Like, they knew that he would be a free agent at some time here via Jeff Passan. During their pitch to Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers had an ace in the hole. Quote unquote, one of the highlights of the whole meeting, Ohtani said, it was a 6-year-old video of Kobe Bryant encouraging him to join the Dodgers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow,
that's
Kobe,
crazy.
Kobe is like the person who got me into sports when I was a kid, and that 2004 Pistons thing, and then I became a huge Kobe fan. Like, wow. So to hear that and just like, I would love to see that video. I wonder how many more videos are out there that no one has seen of Kobe Bryant like that. Like, I'm interested to know.
I just want to see like how it was
Goosebumps,
put
man.
together. I don't know if Kobe can speak Japanese, but Kobe can speak multiple languages. You know, he grew up in Italy with his dad in Philly. I can't wait. I had no idea this happened until you just said it. I cannot wait to see this if it
Do you
ever
think you did
comes
a
out.
video to Booner?
What?
Do you think you did like a video pitch to Booner?
You should have made one for Shohei.
Yeah, and to come to Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll do one and
Can
then
you-
I'll say I had this in the board, but the Tigers wouldn't use it. This would have changed it.
Can you do like a makeshift one on the spot if we use like solo camera?
I don't
No
even know.
disrespect
Pitch to
whatsoever,
Shohei.
but
I
I'm
don't
sorry
even know
to
what I
tell
would
everybody
say.
the truth.
I don't know much about Shohei. Shohei, come to Detroit, man. It's the best city in the world.
He's Babe
And
Ruth.
guess what? You'll get a free Booner play every single day for 365 days every year, and I can guarantee you that will make you $700 million in the next 10 years.
Just double the money.
Yeah, you'll double your Take all of your $700 million and put it on Booner's plays.
There
Was
you go.
Kobe? Wasn't there a rumor Kobe was almost a Piston? Did he shut it down or
Yeah,
something?
no,
Or
I think he was.
I don't remember. You're right, but I don't remember what it was specifically.
it was
Somebody
like,
shut it
it
down.
was before the championship run.
Yeah.
I think 1996 he was a
I
rookie.
think he
I
might
don't
have
know.
almost got drafted in '96. Maybe the Pistons. Someone in the chat, if you guys do know that, I would like to know. By the way, speaking languages, I was driving home the other day and I was like, I would like to learn more about my heritage. I would like to start learning how to speak Italian. I was listening to some Italian music on the way home, and I was like, I would love to learn how to speak Italian. I think I'm going to get a little side hobby here.
Mamma mia.
You guys might be canceled right now. Relax.
I'm Italian. How am I going to get canceled? I'm Italian.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Pasta.
And what are you, brother?
I'm a little bit of everything. Half Polish, half American. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit of everything.
Half
I got-
American?
yeah, I don't know. I'm white.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
That is kind of funny.
I'm a Arnold Palmer religiously.
Just a fan said, what is the Booner path to SmackDown on Spenny? Listen, I'm 1-0 versus Spenny. I probably, when I go up on someone, I never go back at them. I'm
You go
gonna stay,
up on someone?
When I go up, like on a record.
Better
I'm,
going
I'm-
down.
I'm just never going to go back at Spenny. I'm 1 or 2-0 versus easy. Cut it off there. Haven't tried to do it again. They can't tell me they beat me. Can't happen. That's the Booner strategy. All right, next thing here. Did you guys see Tiger's new scoreboard?
The
tweeted
Tiger.
out-
I used to Tiger Woods. He put a new
No.
scoreboard in his backyard golf course.
No,
the Tigers. Yeah.
That was
It's
smooth,
epic.
easy. That was smooth.
Yeah,
Look at
usually
that.
it's just like a normal overlay when you do those things.
So typically on the
like that.
sides there and the bottom, that's where they have like ad displays, and just the middle is just the video board. They're taking all of the ad displays away and they're going straight all video board.
Wow.
And I think that's going to be so good.
And it's bigger. It's wider too, right? Or just more camera space.
Which is awesome. I think they need it. It's going to be the second biggest video board in the Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
There was a little thing too. When I went to Miggy's last game, I have this little spot there when I go with my cousins. We have a spot. I'm not going to say where it is, so no one goes and takes it. But in big games, we go to this spot, and it's closer to the scoreboard. during the game, the scoreboard, like all year, if you guys been to a Tigers game, there's like little like segments of the board that go out every once in a while. Like it's the last game of the season and a segment went out. They had people up there. I've been to so many Tigers games and score things go out. They had someone up there taking out the thing, like working on it mid-game, and it was shutting off like half of the board. And we're like, dude, like you guys, like this is the last game of the season. Like move on. Like that's been out all year. You could have either done that on a day off.
That's hilarious.
In the middle of Miggy's game, they're just up there like removing the video board. And you know how like you move a board, it takes part of this board. And they were just like, Miggy's like up the bat, and they're just like boom, and like half the scoreboard goes out.
That's whack.
It was insane. So luckily they're getting a new one here.
How about this? Confirmed by Bruce Bedrock and Freddie Felt 313. Proposed trade of the Black Mama for Tayshaun and Rip Hamilton.
Yeah.
And actually, Freddie Felt added also Amir Johnson and a first-round pick, which that's a lot. That's a lot. But hey, Kobe, baby. So I share that.
love
Shout out
Rip.
Freddie Felt.
They
Freddie.
You know what? Rip was my favorite player on the Pistons. I would have done that trade.
Oh yeah.
Kobe,
Yeah.
he won one what in late 2010, like 2009 or whatever, 3 straight.
I wonder,
right?
actually, you guys, what year was that? Because I wonder if
It's
that.
like 2007.
Okay, so it was after the whole LeBron, Melo, Wade draft.
Oh, I would have done that so fast.
I know, man. You got Chauncey. So it'd be Chauncey, Kobe,
Man.
You know what's crazy?
not Michael Curry. as well.
Defensively, they still would have been great.
Yeah,
Kobe
Ben
and
Wallace,
Chauncey,
Sheed.
Yeah. Oh my
They
God,
did
that'd
it.
be crazy.
The Pistons haven't won a playoff game since 2008.
Dude.
So if you would have made that trade in 2007, things would have been a lot different.
Wow.
Shout out to Tom Gores, though. I'm going to say nothing more bad about him again. I was advised.
What?
I'm just kidding. I was one of the first ones to go out there and say, sell the team like months ago. And it's gained some traction, but maybe I was advised, maybe I wasn't. Who knows? All right. Next thing here, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Did you guys see he was back on the field a little bit today? Get
Yes,
some
sir.
reps in.
A little bit.
Wasn't with
Wee
the
bit.
team, but he was out there just kind of tackling pads and moving around, catching balls. It was great. Like, it's good to see that man back out. I think come Monday you're going to see that he gets activated and he's out there with the practicing with the team. I truly do believe he's not going to play next week. I think the week after that Dallas game, we're going to see C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and I think that could change the defense a little bit.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
He's the vocal leader of that defense.
Yeah, despite the need for edge rushing the passer, it really is the number one need. Your defense gets significantly better if he's on the roster, if he's playing for a variety of reasons. We just, like you said, it's the mentality that he has. He's a vocal leader. CD Deuce, he's one that can help us on a playoff run. Like that's what he's here for, and he's looking to earn a contract too.
Yeah,
it's his contract year. Oh, look. Contract year.
Hey.
It's my buddy's company.
Actually, I think I got the video if you guys want it.
Oh,
CD
yes.
Deuce.
I was
yeah.
going to ask you. I just didn't want to because I
Yeah,
know it was
good.
in the heavyweight slide.
Remember which pack it was?
I think it was a left.
Oh, and in the first clip, he's kind of reaching his left hand up, stretching his pec. I like that.
That hit right there, too. These hits are very, I'm excited, man.
Violent and fast.
That's something that
Yes.
the defense
That's-
has not had. I said that last week, is that they haven't been violent. They haven't played tough. Like, they don't have an edge to them. They're just out there running around.
I was nerdy enough yesterday to watch back the KC game, and like you just see the difference between like a CJ GJ and like a regular player. Like even
Yeah.
on his tackles, he's like also punching the ball out like simultaneously. Like it's just the awareness of like a veteran at that level. You forget how
100%.
young this Detroit Lions team is.
Why aren't some of these guys like that on this defense, though?
They're just young.
They're young.
They're young.
Man, CJ's kind of young, though.
And he'll help your goal. Like, he does that stuff at the goal line. We saw it all training camp. Like, there's just something about him. And I know it'd be a little different if he was playing a safety spot versus nickel, but still, him out there is a game changer.
I'm
chirping.
pumped. I'm pumped. I hope he comes back in Dallas, and that's kind of like that turning point. They have to win tomorrow to be able to get in that position to get him back and kind of keep rolling.
The way he looked in those videos, he was moving extremely fast. He looked really good already, and he's been teasing it over social media. I think he could even come back at Minnesota against a third-string quarterback. He could talk that talk
The
and
key is
get
the
in that
recovery.
quarterback's head.
Like, he could be. He's got to get in game shape and all, but like when you have a major, like it's all about how you recover, how you bounce back from a day. So he could, like if he's one of those guys that just he bounces back like this. But my guess is you want to be able to recover and get through get back to 100% before you go out there again. So there's just like
yourself.
What was that?
Like performing like yourself, like your normal self?
Yeah. Otherwise, like if you're hurt and then you push it a little bit, maybe you get back to 85, 90%. You're that much more. You're starting lower, and if it's just you want to get back to 100% in your first recovery from a football game.
Dan said that as well about Bruce Irvin, and he was like, he hasn't played football in over a year. It's like, yes, he might not be coming off an injury, but he's not in game shape. To where if you're like in 90% game shape, you're more likely to get re-injured. And like if you don't let CD go out there in game shape, and you're like, let's go too early, that's when like a hamstring happens. That's when something, because he hasn't played in so long. It's been what, 3 months now, two and a half months. So like that's when
average recovery time is 5 months.
Yeah, so like at that rate, when you're playing at that high of a level in the NFL, like he can go out there and injure something else, and that's what you don't want to come across, especially if you're getting back for the playoffs. So let's go to break. When we come back, we're gonna dive into this Lions Broncos game, and we're gonna start. We're getting into it, baby. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in. While we're on break, make sure you tell a friend about the show and bring some people in here. Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's, though. Come over to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That is right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. You can take all of us in this room here. That is Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome.
Born in a cold winter basement in Detroit. 3 buddies wanting more out of rock, paper, scissors, dug deep and struck gold with Jack Labrador. 2 new symbols and a 3-point play. Once you go Jack, you never go back. 1 deck of cards, 3 new games of nonstop action. It's the perfect no-brainer stocking stuffing for all ages. Scan the QR code above or go to jacklabrador.com to get your deck today.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equip Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Woodward Sports and Long Drink live this Saturday for the official Lions VIP tailgate party.
Saturday.
At Eastern Market Shed number 5. It will be a bash starting probably 5:15. The official Lions tailgate is back and better than ever. So come hang out with your friends here at Woodward Sports Network. We got food, we got drinks, we got entertainment. It's all included. Just get your ticket, bullseyeeventgroup.com.
All right, welcome in to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in here. If you guys can, real quick, hit that like button. You see Easy over there in the booth over there. Let's beat his show with likes today. See that face? Let's beat his show with likes today. I don't know what BDE and the other shows did. Let's beat all of them. Make sure you guys go share the stream with a friend. What's your saying, Easy? Tell a friend, be a friend, tell a friend.
Be a friend, tell a friend.
Sounds like you got that saying from someone else as well.
Some Matt McAfee show?
Yeah, I was watching a show the other day, and I was like, I think one of my friends say this saying. And it was, now I know where you got it. All right, share the stream with everyone. Let's get into this, though, Broder. Detroit Lions versus the Denver Broncos. Did you throw in the, did you have time? The matchups here. Easy if you can, the matchup sheet.
Oh, yeah.
The Broncos, Lions. I haven't seen this yet, so I'm interested to see. So obviously, and there's another one. Is there another one?
Another one.
The series notes.
Series notes. That's what we want to see, because I'm interested to see the series notes. Obviously, things change.
I want it.
Thank you, Chris. Things change every single year, but just looking at kind of what it's looking like in the past. The biggest thing to me as well, and there it is, regular season versus Denver, the Detroit Lions. This is not good, boys. Oh man, this is my first reaction. 5-9, not good. At home, 3-4.
Lions are going to have a losing record to probably everybody in the NFL.
There's been a couple this year. Whoa. There's been a couple we've done series notes this year, and they've been they've
close
had a
to
winning
500.
record. Over 500.
What?
I don't know, but I know for a fact there was a series
Probably
notes.
Falcons or something, or
How
Saints
about
were bad for a minute.
Yeah,
How about that last regular season matchup?
yeah, it's not good. 2021. I don't even know who it would have been.
Is that like Brock Osweiler age? Like
Probably.
Drew Lock, maybe?
Shout
What's
out
that
Drew
young
Lock.
Jeezy?
Oh, that was everyone was sick for that game. Remember, everyone had COVID that game. That was a Craig Reynolds breakout game.
Craig!
Oh,
Remember?
And they lost. Okay.
Was that an
Yeah.
added game too? Wasn't it not on the schedule or something? If I remember correctly, like the game was added on late.
Interesting.
No, it was scheduled. It was just everyone was sick. We had like 20 people on the injury report.
Why can't the Lions and Broncos ever play on the game day that they're scheduled?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Flex.
No, I'm confident for tomorrow. The biggest thing, too, to me, and Dan spoke about it at the press conference, and someone actually asked a pretty good question. Sean Payton versus Dan Campbell. Dan, that was kind of his guy who got him into the coaching and kind of got him rolling there for this team. So I'm interested, to be honest, to see how that to me, is probably like the key matchup of the game, actually.
Campbell versus
Dan Campbell versus Sean Payton.
Hey, quarterback for that 2021 game, Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater.
Wow,
laid
the
on us,
last
2021.
time the Lions played.
Teddy.
Yep.
That's
2 gloves.
crazy.
Teddy 2 gloves.
That is
Wow.
crazy. And he beat us.
I was going to try to get Teddy 2 wins in the last 2 games as the Broncos and Lions face each other.
Let's do it,
He could be
baby.
the difference.
That's all. Oh yeah. So he doesn't know much about Sean Payton though. So
No.
I am interested though because Dan was asked about that. Like, how big of an effect does that make? Like, does Sean Payton have an advantage? Do you have an advantage? And he said, and it was an interesting kind of response.
It was
and
funny.
He was like, it kind of cancels each other out because he knows what I like and I know what he likes. Like, I know how he prepares for a game, and he was like, I basically prepare the same way as he prepares. So it's like it does cancel each other out. I think it just comes down to me, the players.
Yeah.
Like, you could,
But-
like, this is a game where it's, I think, hard to, like, outcoach until you're actually in the game.
Yes. Actually, I'm going to bring up my point in the next segment when we talk about something else about the game. But you're right. It's going to come down to the players. Obviously. No, this is a matchup of the hottest team in the NFL versus a team headed the opposite direction. This is a kind of get-right game, a comeback game, like Kim Kardashian. It's one of those. It's one of those that the Lions need it. The Broncos, it's a must-win for. It's a must-win for the Broncos.
Pro all day.
They're going after this. Hang on, I got some, not some stats. I uncovered something today. The Broncos, they're going for the AFC West. Like
They're one game back from the Chiefs.
one game back. And where is this text I sent myself? So actually, I'm not going to read it all. But if they get into a tiebreaker with the Chiefs, right now the Chiefs are +1 in terms of the common opponent's record tiebreaker. Detroit Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs. If the Broncos need to beat Detroit, so the Chiefs don't have that Detroit game as an extra tiebreaker game for them. So they're literally only one ahead. They both have beat some teams that the others lost to. They both beat some of the same teams. So it's one game ahead for the Chiefs in terms of that tiebreaker. So right now the Broncos need every bit of help they can once it comes to getting that highest playoff seed or just winning the AFC North. Like,
They're one game
West,
back.
excuse me.
I do want to say this though with the Chiefs situation. What a great look at you, Easy.
I'm just messing around.
I love that. No,
can't
this
see
is
half
you're
of it.
No,
cooking,
play
man.
around.
Do what you got to do. We're just
play
happy
with
to have someone in the booth today, man.
only truth in the booth when I get loose.
Chiefs, though, to be honest, their last 4 games, guess what? All backup quarterbacks. All the last 4 games.
the Chiefs?
The Chiefs. So they should go 4-0. They
Oh,
should.
they're upcoming 4 games. Got
Yes.
you.
They play
Both the schedules aren't that
Patriots
difficult.
backup, Raiders backup, Bengals backup, Chargers backup. So it's an interesting thing. Which I mean, there's a lot of backups in the league right now.
I think the Broncos have a very similar schedule. They either 2 of the 4 teams they also play for the second time. So it's key.
Yeah, and I'm just interested. I'm going to keep saying it. This Dan Campbell matchup versus Sean Payton.
Yes.
Like, Sean, they've talked about how they feel like Sean's going to want to come in and put 50 points up on them. And Dan's like, hey, listen, we're ready for that because guess what? I want to do the same thing to them.
Yes.
And that kind of confidence and everything to me, like, I think Dan's going to have these guys ready, especially coming off of a loss. Broncos are kind of in a bad position because Lions haven't lost 2 straight games. And they're catching the Lions off a loss at home. and it's not even just a loss, it's that they've lost 2 of their last 3. Like, these guys are mad. They're ready to bounce back. Like, remember what they said when they showed up to practice it this week? That Dan didn't even have to go at them. They were excited, and they were all going at each other, and they were all making sure they were all locked in. So I'm excited to see what those guys do, and I think they're going to be pumped. I want to, real quick with this game, I want to ask this question. We can go around the room maybe a little bit on this, but
Pose it.
Jared Goff, is this I wrote this in here like an hour and a half ago, and I didn't realize you two were going to be in the same room with each other. This kind of, I did not realize this, but it literally is in my notes. I put, is this a Jared Goff bounce back game? At Ford
It's a
Field.
fine question.
Yeah, at Ford Field. It's you're coming off a bad game in Chicago. You've played 3 or 4 bad games. You have had all these turnovers, and he knows kind of. Ben Johnson says like, "Hey, like we truly trust Jared to like make these throws, and like we're gonna keep letting him make the throws he wants because we know that he can. Like he's gonna stop these turnovers." So I'm interested to see if
the
this
sample
is that
size
game.
before this last 4 have proved that he can do it.
So I'm interested to see if this is the last game. See, this is gonna go. I did not mean for this. I'm gonna tell you this, people. I did not realize I'd prep all day long. When I prepped, I did not know Easy was going to be in the TD booth, and I had this question for 8:15. So, Broder, I'll hit you first. Is this kind of a bounce back game for Jared Goff, and much needed bounce back game?
100%.
Will he get it done?
100%. This it's proven this offense rides or dies with how well Jared Goff plays. So he's got to bounce back. I'm not as. This is a huge game for the Lions. I don't have it as a must win yet, but it's like a half a step below that, and it rides on Jared Goff. Like a lot of the reasons they've gone 0-4, most of the reason turnovers, a lot of that falls on Jared Goff, and so he has to. There's a team coming into his house. They're in a dome. There's nothing else to work. There's no outside elements needed. He needs to play well.
Yeah.
This is the time also to get the team playing well going into the playoffs. Like nothing's clinched yet. The chances are looking good, but whether they clinch or not, they need to be playing their best football going into the playoffs. Because although the 1 seed's still out there, let's assume they don't get the 1 seed. Not every single playoff game would be home. So they got to figure out how to play well. So wherever they go, they're clicking.
I think it is a perfect. I think he knows it as well. It's like a perfect time for him to bounce back. You know, like I truly believe it. And when we get into our keys to victories, I still feel like this game goes in a different direction than Jared Goff. But we've seen him put up some numbers throughout the year when coming off of a loss and coming in Ford Field and kind of dominating. This is a turning table for Jared. I've said it a lot. I've said it 100 times. I get called into that category of a golf gobbler, as the heavies would call me. I don't think I think I'm pretty far off of that because I'm pretty realistic to where
You're fine.
if he does the next 4 games, if he plays like he has the last 4 weeks, then it's like, all right, we might have to move on. But I think tomorrow is a game. Hey, Jared, this is time for you to step up.
100%.
So, all right, did anyone in the booth, you guys have something? I want to know, like, is this a golf game?
Yeah.
We get back on track here?
Boone, this is the most adversity that the Lions and Jared Goff have gone through, and they're 2-2 in that stretch, but Jared Goff has been a big reason why we have lost those games. There's no doubt about it. This is the first time he's actually been ridiculed by this fan base, and the first time we've actually thought about him like not being the guy, all contract stuff aside. He needs to show up, and it does start with this Denver game at home, like Broder said. You're in the dome. You got to take advantage of it, and this slingshots us to be actual contenders instead of pretenders, not just in the NFC North, but in the whole entire NFC.
Easy, you got anything on the Jared Goff stuff?
Yeah. I mean, like you're asking, like, is this going to be a bounce back game, or does it need to be?
Kind of both. Like, does it need to, and do you feel like he can actually do it, and it will happen?
It will happen. Jared Goff will bounce back. If you like follow trends and just the thing, like we did the numbers, I broke it down last week. Like what he does in cold weather is just not always the greatest. Yeah, he had a good game in rain in 2017 against the Giants, but it was like 60 degrees that day. Cold weather is like it's the kryptonite for the guy. But I think Dan Campbell, he's a great leader. I think both it just being a divisional game for this team. It bit their ass last week. And on top of that, too, they've been saying all week they're getting back to the basics. And I think that just means running the football. You also look at this Broncos team, they rank, I think, dead last against the run. So, like, they're going to go in my opinion, and I know we're not doing picks yet, but I think the Detroit Lions, and Jared Goff included, will whoop the shit out of the Denver Broncos as long as they play their game and don't fret away from it.
Love it. I like that, Easy. Big game for Jared Goff tomorrow. All right, real quick, we're going to go to break. When we do come back, we're going to kind of get into some keys to victories for this game. Broder and I, every week, give you guys a couple keys to victories. I'm sure you know what mine is. But first, let me tell you guys about the Lions pregame show. That will be tomorrow at 5:30 with Jeff Iafrady, Tom Mazaway, and myself. We will all be hosting the show there to get ready for the game. Make sure you guys are locked in on that. We're going to go over the injury report, break the whole thing down. That is 5:30 to 7:30 tomorrow on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. And then, before the Lions game, go get some breakfast. Go get some Big Boy, man. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods with Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about some breakfast? They have the stuffed potato pancakes. They are finally back. They have the classic lumberjack or the Santa Fe Garden. Also, some new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Try them. They're unbelievable. Want to go get those. Top it all off with the new gingerbread shake for dessert. Make sure you stop over by your local Big Boy.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness! Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand, you offer more products to more people, and that's exactly what Les Stanford did by opening Les Stanford Buick GMC. They got the same great service to customers that come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue just south of 9 Mile Road. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brand you want, lesstanford.com.
All right, welcome back in Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com or the YouTube page, whatever you're watching on. Appreciate you guys as always. As some of the people in this industry say, be a friend and tell a friend about the show. Share it with the people.
Football!
Be a man of the people. Football, baby. Lions, baby.
You can make your own thing. Be like
The program.
Be a pal, tell a pal.
Be a pal, be a Booner, tell a Booner.
Be a
man.
night, tell a night.
There you go.
Be a night, tell a night. Be a Booner, tell a Booner. Go out there, share the show with a friend. Like the stream as well while you guys are in here. If you guys haven't yet, smack that like button for us.
Smack that.
All on the floor.
All right, let's get this going. Detroit Lions versus Denver Broncos. We're going to stick to this. We're going to keep rolling. Keys to victory, Broder. I told you to bring 3 of them here. I have my 3. Do you want to go first? I'm sure you guys.
Let me guess your number 1.
Don't say it. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
I'll like the people to guess my number 1. I want to see if people have been paying attention.
All right, everyone, guess Booner's number 1.
It's like a little homework assignment. Have you been listening to Booner?
I'll talk slowly.
Let me hear yours first, though.
My number 1, it's a variation on what I did last week. They need to win the opening drive. If they get the ball, they need to go down and get points. So if they receive the opening kickoff, they need to go get points. If Denver gets the opening kickoff, they must stop Denver. 0 points. Not 3, not 7, 0. They've given up, I think it's the last 4 games, if not 3 of the last 4. Whatever. The NFC North teams have been killing them. They ask for the ball. They say receive because we want to go show your defense we can score on them. And that's what they've done. So that defense needs to step up if the Broncos get the ball. And if Detroit gets it on offense, it's time. It's time to have a start like the New Orleans Saints game. Go down, get the ball, go down and score.
That's it. I love it. Last week I had that whole emotional thing to where I was like, if they get to win the coin toss, go defer it and go get a stop. And then when we were watching the watch party, they got the coin toss, they deferred it, and I was like, they're gonna get the stop. And then Justin Fields just
Can't happen.
marched down the field, scored a touchdown. They didn't do anything. The
Can't
Lions
win with
did
them.
nothing.
Can't do
They
it.
scored a field goal, and it was just bad start all around. I'm under here. Let's see if did anyone put in their number one? Oh, Corey Berry got it right. Freddie Felt got it right. A lot of people getting it right. Booners, number one takeaway for the Detroit Lions tomorrow night, especially this week because you're playing one of the best in the league at what they do. Go win the turnover battle. Get the job done. Right now, the Denver Broncos, they have a +6 turnover differential and 24 turnovers total on the year. 24 leads the NFL. +6 doesn't, but the 24, it leads the NFL. But you know what that tells me, right? If you have the most turnovers in the NFL and you're not leading the league in turnover differential, that means you're turning the ball over on the other side. Detroit Lions, go get the ball. Go make Russell Wilson make mistakes. Punch the ball out of Javonte Williams' hands. Make Cortland Sutton fumble the ball while he's running down the field. Go force turnovers to win this football game. The Lions right now, -6 in turnover differential. Last year, to end the year, when they had all of that, I'm pretty sure they ended with the +1. So that's the difference this year. That's been a huge, huge problem. Especially the last 5 weeks, we've talked about it, is these turnovers. I feel like we preach about this all like last week, dude, like before the Bears game. We're like, we turnover, win it. Guess what? Lose the game, lost the turnover battle.
Yeah.
So you have to figure that out. I think that's like a huge, huge part of winning this game. I don't think you have a chance to win this game if you don't win the turnover battle. 0% chance.
No, you can't have another the Vegas win and the Bears win where they actually lost the turnover battle. Those are
not doing that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's odd to have 2 outliers in a season, but that's definitely one. They got to win that turnover battle against the Broncos. I'm going to say. What language do I want to use? This establish a run game or limit Javonte Williams. They need to win the run game on both sides of the line of scrimmage. On offense, if you can establish your run game, get consistent with it, that opens up everything. That means the offensive line is playing well. That means Jared Goff can get into the play action pass, and that means that this offense is going to be rolling. On the flip side, people forget that Russ Wilson's, he's right up there with Jared Goff in terms of one of the top play action QB passers. They've relied a lot, and this is part of their turnaround. Javonte Williams has been healthy these last couple weeks. He's starting to play really well. So if you can limit Javonte Williams, limit Samaje Perine, that limits the play action pass for Russ, and that's going to be key. Because when he's his best, when he has a little time, he can roll out, he can make things happen, and then throw it deep to Cortland Sutton. Or Jerry Jeudy, Marvin Mims.
Yeah, and
even little Jordan Humphrey.
I did bring up that point earlier when we had Parker on a couple days ago. Detroit or Denver Broncos beat reporter
Parker.
I mentioned to him too. If you look at just Russell Wilson's last 7 games, they've won 6 of their last 7. Correct?
Yes.
6 of the last 7. So those 6 wins, 10 touchdowns or 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. The only loss that they had, he threw 3 interceptions in that game. So if you can force him to make those mistakes, you're going to win the football game. That's what it comes down to. This secondary, Aaron Glenn's been rotating guys, trying to figure out ways to get things going, and there just has not been a click. It needs to click at some point. That's why CJ is so important to come back. You need that click. Tracy, I don't know if he's going to get some go time, but like he's never someone in his career that's been a ball hawk. And I do think as a safety, I could be wrong, but as a safety in the league today, you have to be a ball hawk. You have to have that side. Am I wrong on that?
Well, Tracy he does play a lot more in the box, but you're right. He did drop a couple interceptions early in the season too.
I feel like he does that. It's felt like
a
few years it's happened, and it's like he's had opportunities. Even if you're playing in the box, you've had opportunities to do that. So.
Yeah, that's why. And we're going to talk. This might come up in the players of the game next section. But
Brian Branch,
Kirby Joseph,
the Bronx all gate.
Kirby Joseph, baby. He hasn't had the best season. He hasn't had as many takeaways as we expected, but he's going to be key in this game to limit that deep pass. He's got to go read the veteran's eyes, Russell Wilson's eyes. Go pick it off. You just went you go number 2?
I did not.
No, yeah, let's hear it.
Number 2.
Number 2.
This is a big one, fellas.
It's a big number 2.
The run.
Oh, look at that.
Establish the run.
Pound it.
Pound and ground and pound. Ground and pound. Go at these boys, man. They're the worst rush defense in the NFL right now for a reason. You go out there, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Guess what? That'll help as well. It'll help Jared Goff get back on track because he doesn't have to worry about making tough throws. He doesn't have to worry about playing from behind. All he's got to do is play action, make the right plays, and go out there. Everything comes together when this offense is running the ball well. You have the best running back duo in the NFL, and you're going up against the worst rush defense in the NFL. Go out there, dominate in the run game. game. You win this football game, guarantee. I talked about that yesterday, and I went off about that yesterday. Do that tomorrow. I'm doubling down on that.
It's a must. It's a must. My number 3 is it revolves on that Dan Campbell, Sean Payton battle. Dan Campbell's got to be the maybe not the best coach on the day, but we can't have the old Dan Campbell. We can't have an overly aggressive, a reckless calls on 4th down or on punts, fakes. He needs to play smart. I'm not saying don't do that if the situation is right, but I don't want him to think he has anything special to prove to Sean Payton, who is the OG at. He freaking called an onside kick to open the second half of a Super Bowl. Yeah. Like, Sean Payton is that kind of dude, and that's who Dan Campbell learned from. So I just hope Dan Campbell doesn't think he has to go above and beyond to prove something. I think proving something, like we talked about yesterday, just win in the trenches. Go ground and pound it. And just when you're the most physical team, that's the best message you can send to an opposing football team. Just go do that. We don't need a fake punt in this game if it's on our own 27 if it's not warranted.
Yeah, I would just like Dan just to be Dan. And I do think there's a thing too where Dan does need to switch a little bit. Like, as a player, you always want to evolve and get better. I think there's a side of Dan Campbell to where he needs to evolve. They need to find a kicker. They need to find they need to find a field goal kicker. I like Riley Patterson, but the fact, I don't know whether it's he can't kick these 40, 50 yards field goals because he hasn't gotten a chance to do it in the right situations. I'm interested to see, like, is it Dan saying, no, we're just not going to do it just to not do it, or if it's we don't trust Riley? Because look at what Dallas has done with their kicker. They got that man off the couch, and he is the best kicker in the NFL right now. That's best. Right. He kicked a 59-yarder and a 60-yarder the other day to help them win that game.
They took a chance. To touch on Broder's point real quick too, like I hope that Dan doesn't try to like overcompensate, but I don't think he has to because we do have like the more physical front. Like,
yes.
Dion said a couple weeks ago about the Jim Harbaugh stuff, about the sign stealing, is like you can have somebody's whole playbook, but if they're executing to a T, you can't do nothing about it. And like the good thing about running the football is like it's just that like you have to stop us. You're gonna have to man up and stop this run game, and I think we have that benefit heading into it, and I hope they just stick with it.
That's a great point. He doesn't have to do anything, like he said, doesn't have to do anything special. Just be Dan. Like so you said too. I think we all just combined.
Just be Dan.
There's your hug. Baby. There's your hug.
I'm just saying, like, if I had to critique Dan on anything in in-game coaching, I think it's that we need to find a field goal kicker, and I think that would help Dan his job a lot better. So he doesn't have to make some of those decisions harder.
Yeah.
Because that does affect a little bit. And I think that's like an actual issue with this team. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in the playoffs you lose a game because you don't have a field goal.
It's a huge – it's an issue. It's especially when you have a Dan Campbell who wants an excuse to do some funky stuff.
Yep.
Riley Patterson, he's fine between 30 and 40 yards. It's less than 30, and it's more than 40.
There's an issue.
It's a problem.
It sounded Italian. Though.
Problem.
It's a problem. All right.
Probably Italian.
Let's go to break. When we come back, we'll give our. I have one more key to the game, and I think you might have another key to the game as well. You didn't give, or
no? That was my third. Oh yeah, you have your third.
I have my third.
Do that on the way when we come back. Kick off the next segment.
All right, real quick. Let me tell you about Woodward and Maine though, because they will be live tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., 8 to 9 a.m. tomorrow. Not Sunday. Tomorrow, because the game's tomorrow.
This game's tomorrow night.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The game's tomorrow. That's the Lions Insider Show though with Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster, Detroit legend. Make sure you guys tune in at 8 a.m. tomorrow on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Yes, experience the Dispo difference this Christmas season. Guess what? Dispo is giving away TV as well as 2 $100 gift cards per week in store at participating locations. Nobody does it like the Dispo family. So unwrap the joy of Dispo Dispensary every week. Join them in celebrating the holidays so you can see store for more details. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then, she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
How would you like to win a 100K Vegas getaway? Take your friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps.
What?
It's a Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win. Register at drinksyntron.com/Vegas and buy Syntron at your local Meijer store. Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste. So you can look good, feel great, and be the best version of yourself with Syntron. Enter now at drinksyntron.com/Vegas.
All right, welcome back in. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com, everything you're on. Hit the like button for us. Where are we at with likes here? I always have to refresh now. Something's happened to my computer and my technology in the last week.
Same thing for me, too.
I think it might just be
the
the
internet.
All right, we're at 39. Let's get the likes up here. Let's get over 50 here before we get into the second hour of the show. Hey, are we allowed to... Actually, we'll do it in a little bit.
Say swear words?
No, I want to kind of promote what's going on tomorrow on the watch party.
Yeah, do it. That's huge.
Oh, your thing, yeah. I mean, you already gave it away on the heavyweight, so might as well do it now on your show.
Was it supposed to be? We should have been promoting this all week. It's pretty cool.
It should have been going all week.
It is. I just don't know if the sponsor, like, you know.
Well, I think it's cool for you to do it, to be honest with you.
It is sweet.
I'll make the executive decision. Booner, do it.
I'm gonna put it into the Slack here. We'll talk about it at the end of this segment though. But let's talk about this, Broder. Let's actually real quick. My final key to the victory, containing Cortland Sutton.
Awesome.
That's tough.
It's tough to do.
No one's done it all year, to be honest.
I was looking at that. He scored a touchdown in every game but 3.
Yeah.
He gets a touchdown every single game. If you could find a way to just take him out of the game, you might have to let someone else kind of go off. But Cortland Sutton, especially in this 7-game stretch when they've won 6 of the last 7, he has been
and Russ
elite.
Have grown pretty.
Yes.
That's
an elite duo right now. And if you could stop that, you win.
He's not just a red zone threat, but he's elite in the red zone.
Yep.
I want to say 8 of his 10 touchdowns are in the red zone. He's a big body. He makes acrobatic catches. Cortland Sutton's a real deal, but he's got wheels and he can run the deeper. Russ can find him. He's got the arm to hit him deep. So that's a great one. We're going to see Sutton on Sutton. We're going to see Jerry Jacobs on Jerry Judy / Kendall Vildor. But that wide receiver group, that is something they're going to shut down, led by Cortland Sutton.
Broder, I guess just real quick, because you're there at practice. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you have a feel for like the Kendall Vildor, like getting more snap? Like who do you think's going to start in that situation after the last week?
I think it's just the realization that Jerry Jacobs can't be your lone number 2 and really shouldn't have been. And that wasn't the plan anyway with Emmanuel Mosley coming in. So I think they just feel comfortable. He's been here for several weeks now. They say he's smart. He's a veteran. He's tough. He's a lot like Jerry Jacobs, but he's plays more like Cam Sutton, if that makes sense. Like he's a little smaller, but he's just he's a smart player. I like him. He's tough. He's like Cam Sutton, and that's actually like a good count for him, I think.
Hell yeah.
I got to think about it. You haven't seen him too much. I got to think about him a little more.
I'll take that all day.
Yeah, all day.
In the chat here, Chef Talks NFL, he said 50 likes and Booner and Easy will hug it out. I'm going to throw this out there. I give everyone a hug in the back.
I said $1.25 for that one.
I hug everyone in the back. If you ask anyone walking around here, like Spenny, every time
I've never seen you hug Beth before, just saying.
I haven't hugged Beth, no.
Let's hug it out, bitch.
But what?
What? It's from Entourage.
When Spenny walks back there, Entourage, best show of all time.
Yeah.
When Spenny walks back there after every day of the show, he goes, give me a high five. I said, give me a hug, big fella. Ugh, and I give him a hug.
A little kiss on the cheek.
A little kiss on the cheek. It's Italian, man.
Italian.
Broder, Easy. Do you guys agree? 125 likes, we get a hug.
Yeah.
On cam.
You too. Broder.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, that will break the internet.
Locked in.
That will break the internet. Let's do that. Let's get to 125. I want to see that.
No hug if it doesn't happen.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the matchup here. We're going to break it down here. Lions offense, we'll start off Broncos defense. Broder, I'll start with you. This Broncos defense, they've obviously, we keep talking about these turnovers. They have a ton of dudes actually on that back end. Is there a way the Lions kind of prevent this from going downhill quickly?
Yeah, the run game. Our second key to victory, both of ours.
Keys.
You run it, And those guys, although David Montgomery has fumbled this year, I don't really worry about fumbling problems with him and Jahmyr Gibbs. So establish a run game. You don't have to worry about their playmakers because their playmakers are in the secondary. And they're probably one of their best, if not their best, playmaking linebacker is out. Nick Bonito, second-year linebacker. So yeah, establish that run game, and then that makes those safeties come up. The key guy, Jaquan McMillian. He's a second-year DB. He plays nickel DB for them. He became a starter this year. He's like their version of Brian Branch. Kind of, you see him all over the field. He's got a couple interceptions, a couple sacks, a couple forced fumbles, he does it all. He's playing very, very well. So they got guys. I didn't even mention Justin Simmons. So establish that run game, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I put that in the back. Justin Simmons and Patrick Surtain. Like, if you can keep the ball away from them, Goff. They did talk about it earlier in the week. Like, he kind of plans, like, when he goes over some of these, especially versus a team like this, when you're going over some game plans, like, he looks at, like, where is he at in the field? Let's try and go away from him. So you'll probably see Jared Goff in some run plays, like, make some changes, like, move things around.
Yeah.
Like, let's try and get away from him. That's where I don't know, like, well, if Surtain's on Amon-Ra St. Brown, you might see a little bit more JMO.
I actually think a lot of McMillian's going to be the one on Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot out of the slot. Not that Surtain never would, but he's going to be covering the outside guy, whether that's JMO or Josh Reynolds or Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I'm interested to see those matchups. Then.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting because I feel like
secondary.
Great secondary.
Good defense, man.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, what's his name just took over? Vance Joseph. Parker from the Denver Broncos beat reporter mentioned like the culture change and like last year they actually did have a good defense.
They were really good on defense last year too. Yeah.
Yeah, but Vance Joseph has come in and kind of changed a little bit of the culture more, and these guys like they go at it.
And I think he's almost what I think
Thursday,
a lot of fans want Aaron Jones to be a little more. Call a game a little more like Vance Joseph. He's super creative, and I'm not hating. This isn't a hate AG comment.
Aaron Jones is our DC.
No, that's we all know AG and the defense just has to pick up their game. But I'm talking from a schematic perspective. Vance Joseph likes to mix things up all the time, whether it's rushing 3, rushing 4, playing different secondary sets. They play a lot of man-to-man, and then just do creative blitzes and creative schemes. So. I mean, that's kind of we want some more creativity on our defense to get people open. But what's up?
I was just gonna say like
You're
I
so
was
short
thinking
that camera,
too,
bro.
I was like listening to something yesterday. You have like eyes about in the back of your head. But I was thinking that too. But you got to look at like I've noticed that the good defenses they do have good like PS5, Surtain, All Pro. Simmons, All Pro. Like I think it's easier to do those things. Kind of like we mentioned with like CJ GJ, like the difference maker he is, just in making like tackles alone. Like, yes, it would be nice if he did that stuff. But like sometimes it takes like those type of players to have that type of defense. You know,
that is
I
valid
agree.
point.
I
Very
do.
true.
That's where I think like the AG thing. They have struggled. I think like we can say stuff about AG, but like I do think like if you just don't have some players, you don't have players, and it's hard to actually make something happen with that. That's why I think, like, if he had the players and what's happening is happening now, he probably would have been fired already. That's where it's at. So that's why he still has a job.
Great points.
I do think, though, if we're talking about this defense to our Lions offense, biggest key to this as well, Frank Ragnow being back and Taylor Decker. If we come back tomorrow around the same time or a couple hours before, but we do the pregame show and those two guys are active and ready to go, that changes a lot for this defense. Like Vance Joseph's going to be like, oh, here we go. Like we're playing a real Lions offense because that's something you haven't seen like a full offensive line yet in weeks.
Yeah,
and you're potentially going to see that tomorrow night.
And the worst part of the Denver Broncos defense is their run defense. It's their run defense. They're near the bottom of the league, if not last. So if you can establish, that's why the run game's so important. It's our bread and butter. It's also their worst part of their defense. So if you can get that going.
That was a great whistle, man.
It like didn't come out.
No, not at all. Yeah. I was expecting. I was like, I like didn't talk just so you could do it, and nothing happened.
I just blew air.
All right, Broncos offense. Let's switch sides here. The last 5 minutes of this segment. First thing I want to throw out there, and I'm going to go back to Parker all the time. It sounds like I'm talking about Parker that used to work here, but Parker,
Parker Gabriel.
Denver Broncos beat reporter. First thing he mentioned, I want to take this out of the game right away. Tight ends, nothing. They don't mean anything to this offense. That helps this Lions defense out so much that they don't have to worry about these tight ends. Troutman, he's had 150 yards all year. Not an issue.
Not an issue.
Now we kind of turn the table here to the other weapons. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. That's what I'm scared of because our secondary has been getting cooked. Our corners last game got cooked. Jerry Jacobs, he has been bad. You know what the thing about Jerry Jacobs? I like Jerry Jacobs.
Me too.
You know what he does, though? Is he's very vocal on socials a lot, and it's only when he has good games. And he'll start calling people out. He'll have like 1 or 2 good games throughout a year, and then he'll call people out after those, like, "Oh, why were you saying I had a bad game all this time?" I'm sorry, because he's came at me before. Like, I'm sorry.
Hey, yo.
Jerry Jacobs?
I put a tweet out of Maine, and he came at our Maine.
That.
Yeah, so it's just like, I love Jerry, like, great person. He at times he's a great football player. He's a good number 3, but you see what I'm saying? Like, like we need, like, just lock in, man. Like, what do we? And that's what I'm scared about tomorrow is a guy like Jerry Jacobs. Iffy, I'm interested to see what Iffy does. Kirby, I would love Kirby to have a bounce back game versus these weapons and get a takeaway. These linebackers in coverage. It's just, to me, it's all about coverage tomorrow. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, they're going to try, just like Jared Goff is going to try to use play action to, draw the secondary and draw the safeties in. Kirby or Iffy or Tracy Walker, if he's in there. That's what Russ is going to try to do. And I just had a thought, and I think it's just escaping over my head. Yep.
You lost it?
Yep, totally. Oh, Marvin Mims Jr.
They have weapons.
They have,
man.
yes. Even after Judy and Cortland Sutton, whether it's Marvin Mims or, I love this guy's name, Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Is his real name Lil Jordan?
Lil apostrophe Jordan.
I love that.
Love that.
I thought you were just adding that to the front.
No, I'm not. I know. Like, did Brickenshaw Ferguson? It's one of Braylon's old teammates on the Jets.
Shout out Bray.
Yeah,
man.
big offensive lineman. But no, so they're.
Did any of you guys pick Braylon
Wallace.
first round of the draft the other day?
No, you did.
Did everyone skipped over him and I got him? I just want to shout out Braylon.
You took him at 2. Broder
3.
and I did not have a pick.
Took him at 3.
Yeah.
Well, the Booth boys had no chance at pick.
Yeah.
Took him at 3 overall. Broder had any?
Sorry, I took Vince Young.
Braylon Edwards better.
I'm not even going to get close to anything that slanders Braylon because he's one of the best wide receivers in college football history.
Shout out Braylon.
And that's if I wasn't a Michigan fan,
That's
I
why
would still
took
say
him.
that.
That's why I took him first overall.
This is why I'm hot.
Dude, he got drafted number 3 overall at the wide receiver position. That's insane.
Crazy.
That puts in perspective.
It's that Marvin Harrison level.
Yeah.
You're just on a different level, man.
And he was so good in college, almost you overlook. I mean, he was a Pro Bowler, and he was a legit pro.
Bro, I think he ran like a 4.3 at the combine too.
This is maybe a little egregious, but he was almost like the first type of Calvin. Not the first.
That's fair.
He was like a big body athlete. He could do anything on a football field. Calvin's a different animal.
Braylon scored 16 touchdowns in a season. That's insane.
I know, obviously you look at the career numbers, not like what he was drafted to be, but also look at the quarterbacks he had too.
Was just gonna say that.
All due respect,
Was put
Sanchez.
in tough position.
Dude, it's like Amon-Ra St. Brown. If he had a real quarterback, he'd have like 3,000 yards already this season.
J-Mo, it's J-Mo.
J-Mo would be the second best wide receiver in the NFL if he had Matthew Stafford.
Moral of the story is Braylon was a freaking awesome football player.
He was a dog. That's why I took him 1 overall.
And you know what? He's a good guy too.
Great guy.
Yes.
Shout out Braylon, man.
Yes. That Broncos offense. That's what we're talking about,
Someone
right?
clip that
One
and
guy
send it to
faster
him.
than him, actually. One guy faster than him.
What happened?
This is the fastest guy next to Braylon.
Oh, Travis.
Hey,
buddy.
Shout out Travis, man.
We can't overlook their run game. I know we're going to break right now, but Javonte Williams somehow gets lost in all this mix. He's a good running back. He didn't play last year because of a torn ACL.
It
took him some time.
He's good. It's
He's
actually a good test
good.
for this Lions because the rush defense was #1 in the NFL at points,
Noah Leem.
and it's gone down a little bit to I think 5th now. Noah Leem. It's going to be a little bit of a test. You're going to see can they actually keep
Alalu
that
might be
rush?
playing. Tyson.
Ooh, I'm excited for that. I hope Bruce Irvin plays. No one's really talked. We'll talk about that actually later. I want to talk about Bruce Irvin.
Seriously.
I'm going to add that in. All right, let's go to break here. When we come back, we're going to get into our player of the games, who we think is going to be the player of the game tomorrow. Broder, tell us about Jack Labrador.
Born in a cold winter basement in Detroit, 3 buddies wanted more. Out of rock, paper, scissors, dug deep and struck gold with Jack Labrador. With 2 new symbols and 3-point play, once you go Jack, you'll never go back. 1 deck of cards, 3 new games of nonstop action. It's the perfect no-brainer stocking stuffer, menorah partner for all ages. Scan the QR code above or go to jacklabrador.com to get your deck today.
And then
Hamlin
Pub. Have you ever wanted
Pub.
a bar where you are a regular? Hamlin Pub. It is the place to be. They have 7 locations around here, the state, and everyone is a regular there. Whether you're enjoying half-off pizza on a Thursday, game day specials available during all Michigan sports events and NFL games. Hamlin Pub. It is the place to be. You guys see those wings there? I had them a couple weeks ago. Beautiful. They're so best in the state. Hamlin Pub has the best wings in the state. Booner stamped. Remember, I don't lose, so that's a stamp on my name. Go check them out, Hamlin Pub.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line. Featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness! Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Oh, here we go. Do you have football on the brain? Well, winter ushers in college and professional football, and this winter is freaking awesome. Winter is also the perfect time to shop for your home and auto insurance. So shop it I read what's on the teleprompter, you know, like Ron Burgundy. They cover Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. Ask for Mark at Swiss Insurance today at swissins.com or call 248-800-4177.
That's my bad, brother.
Oh man. Hey, welcome back to Woodward Nights
fall and it's
with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. It's a good Friday night here. I think we're just having a good time here tonight.
In
the nighttime. Lions, baby. Shout out Ryan Armani too, man. We just shouted out Braylon before. Shout out Ryan Armani. We might as well shout out the whole
shout
show.
out Ryan Armani. He needs it today. He needs a shout out.
He did have a tough
Best
one today.
Fox 2. What's his title? Not anchor.
I think it's anchor,
personality.
Right? Yeah,
anchor. Personality. Yeah. Of all time.
Honestly, he really is though, because he's gone
amazing.
viral like multiple times now. Ryan has, just like because he has these outbursts of laughter. And he, like,
Ryan's the best.
That's why he's a lovable guy.
Oh, Ryan's awesome, man.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, shout out him today. The show was awesome with him too.
Maz, we'll get you out of the next break.
Yeah, Maz, you're up next. Hey, Pete. Shout out Pete.
Shout out Pete.
Oh,
Pete's
man. And JB.
125 likes, Broder and Easy hugging it out on camera.
What are we at?
I love Nick,
70.
man.
Oh, we're rolling.
That's actually pretty close.
Yeah, let's keep this
Easy,
thing going.
I'm sweating. I
We
hope
need
you're ready.
55 more. 55 more.
Pop Molly, I'm sweating.
Let's keep this thing rolling here. Lions pregame show basically for us. Player of the games, Broder. And I think let's go to the booth on this one as well.
Send it.
Because I would like to hear what everyone's player of the game is. This isn't just offense and defense. We're gonna go up here first, fellas, so you guys don't take ours, and then we'll go to you guys. So just think about who your offensive and defensive player of the game will be. I'll go first. I'm gonna go first.
Do it.
I'm going to go offense first. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs.
Come on.
Give me Jahmyr Gibbs. And I'm going to tell you why. During the live stream last week, I whispered in everyone's ear. And I said, it's time for Jahmyr Gibbs to be running back number 1 for the Detroit Lions. He needs to go out there and get majority of the touches now. If you watch him run, he dominates. And Broder got quiet after I said that. It makes me a little nervous.
Oh, no.
And I'm not taking anything away from D-Mont because David Montgomery is elite. That's why this is such a hard thing going on right now with these guys is who do you even get the touches to? Because D-Mont will go get you 5 yards a carry. Jahmyr Gibbs will as well. They're both averaging about right there, 4 and 5 yards a carry. The difference to me with Jahmyr is he's going to get you 5, but you have that chance for a breakout play. And it can happen like that out of nowhere. And I want that to happen more often than 5 or 6 yards from D-Mont. And I love D-Mont again. I think he still needs to be your goal line guy. He needs to be your guy getting 15 touches. But I think Jahmyr, you have to start getting him 15 touches. You have to start getting him 5 or 6 balls out of the backfield. That has to get going. I think tomorrow, after you saw last week's game with the Bears, I think hopefully Ben Johnson noticed that a little bit. And then tomorrow, you're going to see a lot more Jahmyr Gibbs in this offense.
Yeah. I was quiet because I also have Jahmyr Gibbs.
Hey!
I was trying to think, do I pivot to another offensive player? Also, I was actually thinking, like, what is the number one running back really? Like, to me, they're both ones, and it's just how you use them. But that's not even an argument. It's just a different story. I do think it's Jahmyr Gibbs. I think what he can add, I want to say in the passing game, but it's not like we've seen him yet, like, in the slot like we thought we were going to see him, but what he can do in the flats, what he can do bouncing to the outside from an inside run. I think that takes McMillian, that takes Jaquan McMillian, not out of the game, but it makes him have to think more about the flats and less about Amon-Ra St. Brown. It just creates a matchup nightmare, and that's what the NFL is about. That's what Ben Johnson needs to figure out. We talked about it. We talked about it yesterday? Or earlier, I can't even remember. It all blends together. But does he have too many weapons? We'll see. He's got to find a way to use those weapons to create mismatches. There's so many of them. You got to find a way. You got to. And Jahmyr Gibbs he's a mismatch on most people. I mean, definitely any linebacker.
Yeah.
He's stronger than any cornerback.
And he's so explosive, man. Like, there's no one else on this team. Maybe J-Mo. J-Mo that has that explosiveness and the speed. But I think Jahmyr Gibbs, like, out of the backfield, he's so explosive. And D-Mont just doesn't have that. We've seen it, but he's not someone that's going to do that every play. And I think if you want to give your offense that next level and that next step up, Jahmyr is going to be that guy, and D-Mont's going to be the kind of the number 2 there, which I think it's like a 1A, 1B.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But, all right, defense.
Defense. Do you want us to move boys offense or after we do defense?
Let's go offense. You have offensive player of the game.
Yeah, speaking about Gibbs and his bounce, this is going to be a bounce back game for the Buckeye, Taylor Decker.
Ooh.
That's my player of the game on offense. He needs to protect Goff with his life. He needs to take advantage of this defensive line that is not good against the run and set up Goff so he has all day to throw on those play action passes and pick apart this defense and not turn the ball over. Taylor Decker is my player of the game for the Lions. He needs to step up and be the left tackle that we know he can be. He has to have a big game. Easy.
I'm gonna go.
Great job, Nick.
I'm gonna go.
Let him cook.
Question mark.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
No, I can't go Gibbs. You guys went Gibbs. Let me
pick someone else just for shits and giggles.
And you know what? It's indoors. I mean, really, I meant to say Montgomery when I said Gibbs. That's why I question marked myself there. But if I'm just winging it here, and this is a little bit selfish of me, but look, J-Mo. Like, we're indoors. No, outside excuses. No weather, like inclement weather excuses. Like, it's been a weapon that we've been asking for when this offense has grown stagnant. Because every time he touches the ball, it seems to be for like a huge explosive play. So I want to see J-Mo get involved, but if he doesn't, I'm not going to be pissed off about it. But
that's a good pick. I was about to pick J-Mo, but I think I picked him a couple times in the last few weeks. It's like maybe reverse the jinx.
That's fair. It's not like a need, Like they win obviously without him touching it, but it's like I want to see our shiny toy be fucking used.
Like, imagine if he breaks one early in the game, like what that does to Vance Joseph, having to account for that. Like, one play makes all the difference.
Opens everything up. And if we're not going to use him, I think if you guys might be the show to bring it up. But it's like, why can't we put him as a kick returner if we're not using him as a wide receiver? Like,
Find a way to let that
Jackson
man
was like the explosive wide receiver on the Eagles for all those years. He still returned kicks. Antonio Brown used to return kicks. Why can't we utilize him in some form or fashion? Tyreek returns kicks?
No, he did, I think, before.
Yeah. Yeah, either way, like let's utilize him somehow, bro.
I'm just making that up, I think.
That's game-breaking speed. We're just like letting sit there.
I agree. I know. I 100%
it's like
agree.
Not having a camera on Beth right now. Criminal.
The Pistons are losing by 41 points.
This is embarrassing. I'm going to start every Pistons loss. I'm going to start tweeting out a former player. Today, I just tweeted out Austin Day.
And Booner, you were correct. He actually led the league in punt returns. Tyreek Hill, 592 and 2 tutties as a rookie for Kansas City.
Let J-Mo cook, man.
All pro.
If you can't find a way to get him in the offense, let him get the ball in his hands at some point. I mean, I know you have to take it away from Khalif, but J-Mo is more explosive at the end of the day. He for sure is. Defensive player, Broder. Who you have here? Player
I'm going
of the game.
Kirby Joseph. I don't think I picked him this year. I might be wrong earlier in the season, but he's had a year, I don't want to say similar to Aiden Hutchinson, because he's played a little better than his stats show, but we expected him to take a real big jump up and be almost that leader of that secondary, the safety group. And this is one of those games with Russ. I know there's a lot of play action that could get in the way. Kirby likes to read eyes and take chances. So that's he can't take those chances against Cortland Sutton. So it's almost less about takeaways and more about not getting beat deep, which I think he has been in the last couple of games. Last 4 games, there have been 7 pass plays of 30-plus yards given up by the Lions, and I think he's been on the field for all of them. So he needs to make sure that doesn't happen against one of the best deep threats in the league. Who you got?
I'm going to go, this is kind of an odd one. I don't think a lot of people probably would pick this one and go this way. I'm going to go Alex Anzalone, though. I think last week he struggled a little bit. First week back, having a little club on his hand or a little thicker of a glove. And he's been the heart of this defense. He's been the best player on this defense. I think this is kind of that bounce back because last week he struggled, and it was obvious he had some of those flags early on in the game, missed some tackles because you could tell it was his hand. So I'm interested to see him bounce back. I think he does in a big way. I think this is one of those like double digits tackle games. You may see him get to the quarterback, or maybe a quarterback hit, if not a sack, a couple pass deflections, and he's going to be great in coverage. And I think that's going to change the game a lot because when he's off, it's like. In the Saints game, yeah, he didn't play, but you were going to win that game regardless. The Bears game, he was off. Defense gave up 20.
Yeah.
Like you could tell, you could feel it.
And I want to see him maybe even a little more active in the pass rush without a tight end threat. You know, with Dulcich out and Adam Troutman's their guy now, who we're not worried about at all. Like maybe we see him try to go get Russ. Like forget about play action. Just you see Russ, you go get him. I don't know. Maybe that's what we see.
I love that. Anyone on defense here, Nick?
Yes, sir. I started with a Buckeye, and I'm going to end this one with a Wolverine for another bounce-back game. Aiden Hutchinson. We all know what happened against the Bears. He needs to be that absolute game wrecker against Russell Wilson. At the same time, containing him. We know how we struggle with running quarterbacks. He needs to be able to contain Russell and still get to him at the same time. Aiden Hutchinson needs to step up and be a star for this defense. It starts against the Broncos right here.
I love that one, actually. I was gonna. It was in my head. I was gonna go Hutch or Anzo, and I told Broder pick a number 1 or 2, and you picked 2, which was Anzo. So number 2, easy. What do you got here?
Let him cook.
What do you think?
I was arguing in my head a little bit, like pizza or fries. No, I'm just kidding. It's either between the nickel, both rookies actually. The nickel spot with Brian Branch, just because I think it's like in the defense that we roll, he's kind of like a third linebacker in a sense sometimes. So like, I don't want them to be able to bite too often on play action. That's what Russ does really well. Or a linebacker. And again, relating back to the play action, like I just don't want any of our guys biting on the play action because we're gonna need all the help we get in the secondary on those passing plays. So. Linebacker, safeties, just don't bite on that.
How about another good game out of Jack Campbell? We've seen him just continue to go up, not like this, but he's continuing to get better.
Was that positive what you guys felt when AG talked about Jack Campbell? When he was like we trust him fully, and like people complain about those mistakes, and he's like, dude, he's a rookie playing at one of the hardest positions in football, and you put him in like linebacker with the green dot as a rookie, and he's still dominated. He's going to be really good.
When Anzo went down, and they kept getting peppered, both him, Campbell, with like questions about the expectations for Jack. There was no hesitancy in their voice. They answered like straight, clear, precise, like right away. No, we're not worried.
He will, and I'm going to say this now. Jack Campbell will be a multiple-time Pro Bowler for this football team.
Ooh. Put it in our lock section.
Multiple-time Pro Bowler for this football team in the future. Yeah. I believe that he's going to be very good.
100%.
What he's doing as a rookie is impressive, and I think as we get going, Anzo, like he gets the green dot, that he's going to be like a difference maker.
And if you want to like him even more, check out the Tim 20-Minute in the Huddle podcast from this week. I think it was released yesterday. He has Jack Campbell as his player interview.
Did you see that guy's thighs?
Dude, he's an animal. Like he's a beast. But he's also like, you'll just fall in love with him even more.
No, I did not see his thighs, actually.
He kept saying too much, though.
Thanks for getting me hard, JB.
He care less about talk. Like the dude is Iowa and he's football.
When I first started,
that's why he's going to be so good.
When I first started on the desk, I would say I would do that all the time.
Oh, me too.
And we did
I say
Yeah, we did a reel, and the ums were in the reel. And the comments were like, how many times is this guy going to say or something like that? Like I was like, or I kept saying like. It was like. I kept saying like. And they're like, how many times is this man going to say like?
But political bias aside, Barack Obama always said but he made it work somehow.
Yeah,
like,
it was like with his voice.
Talking, but you like it was
It was a calming
Yeah, it was.
Good point. Baby, lock them doors and turn
them lights down low.
All right, that music something soft and slow.
Hey, we should do a Woodward Sports Christmas album like the Eagles do. I think
that'd be awesome.
We should do that actually.
That'd be lit.
Let's do that this week. All right, let's get into
10 days.
We're gonna go to break here. When we do come back,
7 days.
I believe we're going around the NFL. As you guys leave or we go to break, hit that like button for us. 125. Easy and Broder, they hug it out on camera, settle all the beef that they have. Let me tell you guys, though, Lions post-game show. Make sure you guys tune in directly after the game tomorrow night. It is, I believe it might be Stick and Easy, actually, tomorrow.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Stick and Easy will be on it tomorrow. They'll probably be taking calls, and win or loss, they're going to be in there talking about that. If they win, you guys will see me on there probably with the Kool-Aid, and I'll be soaked. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness, though. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. Over at Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all of the memberships, they include fitness training. Get all of that for just $10 a month, no commitment at all. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in the Metro Detroit area and thousands throughout the world. Check it out, where your fitness is essential.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best, and that means going to Premier Pet Supply, because it's hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. They got 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, lowest prices, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right, welcome back to Woodward Nights of Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network.
That one challenges your articulation.
It sounds like it over
Supply,
there.
Premier.com.
I love it. I love it. Mike Hilton said I would 100% buy a calendar. Is that like a Woodward Sports calendar? What did I miss there?
That's funny as hell.
If we did that,
me and Spinney actually did shoot like a heavyweights calendar with Maddie one day.
Really?
Yeah, we got this like fancy like cars and cigars show or whatever. And we just walked around like, hey, can we take pictures with your car? And we were just taking like the most like ridiculous like mixtape cover shots. It was a good
Did you make the calendar?
No, but I can.
I'm not reading that one comment in there. All right, let's get this thing rolling. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button for us. Looks like we're about 80 likes, 125 likes. Yeah, Easy and Broder will hug out their beef. They will get back on track here and become friends again. Maybe they'll kiss each other on the cheek. Who knows? I don't know what you guys want to see, but maybe they'll do it for you. Let's get into this, though, around the NFL. Want all of you guys in the chat to kind of participate in this as well. We're going to do our pick 'em. Broder, what is the records on the season so far for the boys?
Records on the season, Nick. Game to game, he moved up in a tie for second place with his big win last night, picking the
Raiders, baby. Let's go. Tie for second?
Tie for second. I'm in first at
while.
64 and 51. You and the TD booth are tied in second at 62 and 53, so just 2 games back. Booner, you're just 2 games back from that, so 4 out of first place at 60 and 55. So we're still all right there.
I'm not losing. The reason Booner never loses, guess what? I purposely do it this way. I get all of my losses out on the NFL pick'em, so when it comes to Sunday and the Lions games, I hand out winners.
Big week for Booner.
Real winners get their losers out early and at the right times. That is what I do. I'm a man of the people.
So the Broncos.
Yeah. You get the losers out, man. When it really doesn't matter, get the losers out. I'm not putting any money on this here with all of us doing this. Doesn't matter to me.
It's fair.
Still love the boys, though. All right, let's go through the games here. We'll go around the room. Breaking news, though, too, real quick. No, Nick, don't do it. He did it. I was just going to say, you guys probably picked on the heavyweights. If you guys picked on the heavyweights, you cannot change your pick. You have to keep your original pick.
Nobody picked on the heavies
Nick
besides
didn't.
the
Easy
heavyweight.
definitely did, right?
Easy did.
Yeah.
Besides co-host.
Yeah, I did.
No changing picks, Easy. All right.
I mean, I wouldn't change my picks.
Nick tried to. He tried to slip one by us.
Dude, it was like one time. All right, let's get this thing kicked
All
off.
right, Vikings at the Bengals. Interesting game, and this has a lot to do with the Detroit Lions here. Bengals are actually favored by 3, which I think is kind of good news for the Lions. But, Nick, who do you have in this game? Vikings-Bengals.
Bengals, Bengals. Let's go. Vikings are going down.
College football playoff
Lions
started?
are going up. Give me the Bengals. Let's go,
Why
baby.
did you just do the Eagles chant for the Bengals?
I did the Bengals.
That's the Eagles.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Eagles aren't on the slate today.
It's
so
Bengals.
let's go.
is who they?
H-O-M-E-R-U-N.
Easy, who you
Home
picking?
Who
run.
they? Who they?
Oh yeah, I picked Bengals. Bengals.
Bengals, baby. Bayou
Booner?
Bengals. You can go.
He always, I'm going to pick Bengals, and then Booner's going to go Vikings.
Give me the Bengals, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the Bengals do win this game. I don't trust the Vikings right now. I don't trust them.
Only thing I worry about, I really don't worry about Nick Mullins, but when it's your first game, like we've seen with there's some magic that could happen, but whatever. I like Browning.
All right, what number is this for the Pistons? They're losing. They just lost 124-90.
So shaving the stash didn't even work.
What is it? 22 games now? 23?
23, if I'm not
23.
mistaken.
December 30th. That's the day to break the record. 22.
Last time I shaved, they were 2-2 on the season. Or 2-1 on the season.
Do you guys remember?
So it's all your
We
fault.
all went to the Pistons opener together, and as we were leaving, I was so pumped they won the Pistons opener. It was like, this team might be it. I put like a big bet on the Pistons to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, you put that in the group chat.
I put it in the group chat. I was like, all right, boys, look at it. It's plus 1,600. Get at it now. Within the next 24 hours, I cashed out. I made all my money back. That was one of the best cash outs of my life.
Good for you.
One of the best. I think it was the next day I woke up and I was like, that was very emotional. You were drunk on the win. Cash that out, Booner. And I did it. That's why I'm the best, man. All right, Nick, who do you have? Steelers at Colts. Colts are favored by 1.5. It's in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I was going to say these teams are pretty evenly matched in my eyes. And that's why I'm going to go with the home team. Give me the Colts here. Easy, who you got?
Give me Colts. Colts all day. Shane Steichen might be coach of the year. Might not be coach of the year.
There's a couple guys.
Not only is he like doing it surprisingly, but also with his backup quarterback, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He's good. He's weird. He's almost as weird as Jonathan Gannon, but
Yeah.
I'm slightly impressed with the Cardinals this year.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about that one day, but
I'm with you.
They could have been so bad.
I'm with you.
Who are you taking, Broder?
Colts too. I said it last week, and I think did they let me down last week? I love that wide receiver group: Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, and crew. Give me the Colts.
Booner, move your head.
Oh, wow, this is sick. Yeah, let's
Lock
do
in,
this.
boys. Let's go.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. You guys all went Colts?
Yeah.
Let me get the Steelers.
Let's go.
Let me get the Steelers.
That's how you
baby.
got to get back in the game. You got to climb.
Give me the Steelers, man. I don't care
not
if Kenny
confident, though.
Pickett's
They're going
out.
Brady bunch right now.
Mitch Trubisky is he can do it, man. He can do it. No, wrong. Do it this way. That just makes it really weird. The Brady Bunch, man. All right, we got those ones. Next game on the docket here. We got the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis, baby. Let me go first, and let me just take my guy, Will Levis. Give me Will Levis. I think they win this game. They are 3.5-point favorites, yes. C.J. Stroud's playing. He's not hurt, correct?
That was the question I was going to ask. Is he in concussion protocol?
I don't think he's playing.
Okay,
So
he's not playing.
I'm
They
not
have
like
no
C.J.
one.
Stroud's
Give
playing
me
now.
the Titans and Will Levis, baby. Nick, who you got?
You don't believe in Davis Mills?
I'm going with Booners, Titans, and Will Levis. I think the Texans are in serious trouble here with C.J. Stroud in concussion protocol. Nico Collins is out. Got him in both of my leagues in the playoffs. That's not a great
Go
look.
blue, though.
Go blue. Easy. Who you got?
Give me the Titans.
That'd be 4.
Wow, you guys are all copiers, man.
You told me to stick with my picks.
That's fair.
I'll go first this time.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. You want to copy me? Keep copying me.
Copy.
Bucks at the Packers. Packers actually 3.5-point favorites in Green Bay, which makes kind of sense at home. Nick, who are you going to take in this game? Bucks or Packers?
Yeah, I was going to stick with all the NFC North hate, but I'm going Packers in a bounce-back game here. Yeah, give me the Pack. Sucks to say, but I think they win.
Say it. You say everyone's saying, say it. Go what?
Go away.
I'm never going to say go, P-A-C-K, go.
Okay, I was just saying. Easy, who are you taking here?
Well, Packers, Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Give me the Packers.
Wow, I'm going Bucks. I'm going Bucks. They're still trying to get into the playoffs too.
Yeah,
I know there's Baker ain't afraid of no weather.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Bucks as well. A lot of these, Darnell Savage, Jair Alexander, all questionable. Aaron Jones questionable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the Bucks as well. I think Baker. I'm a Baker guy.
They're
man.
a very similar team. They're not anything alike really, but like they're that mediocre team that like sometimes plays really well, sometimes doesn't. Has a pretty good defense some days.
But the thing too, the Packers, Jordan Love, like he had the good stretch, and then the last week he had like 120 yards. So like I think that's gonna like maybe level out a little bit, and I think he has that kind of game. Giants at the Saints. Tommy DeVito, baby.
Tommy Cutlets.
Can we all get a little thing, Nick?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Give me the Giants and Tommy DeVito.
Giants.
Come on, baby. Give me the man.
Giants at Saints.
They beat the Saints. I don't care if the Saints are 5.5-point favorites. Let that man keep cooking. Let Tommy Cutlets cook. Nick, who do you have?
Tommy DeVito did his one job, and he did it well, and we don't need him to do it again. Saints by 1,000,000 here. Tommy DeVito and all the hype comes back down to earth. DeVito is not winning this game in New Orleans. Give me the Saints.
You can't use your hands to go against the family, Nick. What are you doing?
Who you got?
Tommy Cutlets. What do you mean? I had a vision earlier today. I pictured this game for some reason. I pictured like remember Red Dead Redemption. Like, yeah. Tommy DeVito reminds me of like one of those characters in New Orleans. It's like a Saint Denis in that game. It makes zero sense, but I'm going with the Giants.
Hey,
Magic stays running.
Yeah, baby. Let's go Giants, man.
Yeah, baby.
Nick, I'm with you. Saints, baby.
Who does
this is Tommy DeVito. He can do it in New York. I don't think he can do it in New Orleans.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
It's fair.
Shout out Tommy DeVito. Is Jameis Winston starting?
Who knows? You already picked him.
All right, fair.
Why would he?
I don't know.
I think Derek Carr is starting.
Just imagine Tommy DeVito and Jameis Winston. What a quarterback matchup that would be.
Bro, I want the Lions to go get Taysom Hill after this year.
Oh my gosh,
gross.
They have the chance to because obviously Dan and them were in New Orleans, so that could be a possibility. All right, next game
Taysom
here.
Hill, the freaking J-Mo down the field.
This is an interesting one here, fellas. Bears at the Browns. Browns are actually favored by 3 points.
Interesting.
This is interesting for the NFC North as well because obviously the Bears just beat us last week. I did want to throw something out there, and this might be really bad for us to hear. Bears have set themselves up to get a wild card.
One game out.
I was looking at the schedule. If they beat the Browns with the backup quarterback, they have the Cardinals, who's a team they can beat. They have the Falcons. They could literally go win these next 3 games for how hot they've been playing because they've already won 2 straight. Their final game is in Green Bay. They could be playing Green Bay for a wild card spot. And that's going to be interesting. I did not realize it until after they beat the Lions. So as bad of a loss as it felt like for the Lions, this team is starting to heat up a little bit, and they have a chance.
Don't say it.
I'm going to take the Bears this week versus the Browns. I'm going to go Bears on the road. I feel like they're kind of cooking something up here.
We don't need to talk about this right now, but maybe either later in the show or next week. Who would you rather play if you choose between the Bears and the Packers? Think about that. Think about
Packers.
Oh, you said save it.
So a lot of...
Yeah, my bad.
No, just think about it for a longer conversation later.
Think about
What's up?
it.
Bears, Browns.
Yeah, Bears, Browns. A lot of the things that Booner just said about the Bears, people said the same thing about the Packers when they went to New York and lost. So before, I know the whole week schedule thing, but I do not have faith in this Bears team. That's why I'm taking the Browns. Give me the Browns all the way at home. I don't care who's playing quarterback. Joe, old ass Flacco, he's getting the dub here.
Oh, me? My bad.
Oh, you're good.
The Bears. The Bears. I think one difference between the Pack. I mean, that's a great point by Nick. I think one difference between the two teams though is that like the Bears had a losing streak or like a couple rough games with like Tyson Badgett, as their quarterback.
Tyson who?
Tyson Bagent, right?
Badgett,
whatever. Who cares? He'll never start another game. But either way, I
product,
think they're
shut
better
up.
than like what they're like perceived as, though, because of that little stretch. Like Justin Fields is actually kind of scary at times.
And he didn't play well at the beginning of the season, and he looks like a completely different quarterback now.
Dude, like, remember that Denver game? And then he did the same thing again against the Commanders? Like, he had 2 monster-ass games.
He
can be scary.
To me, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, in terms of, like, mobility. Like, not even mobility, just running.
Yeah.
Like, speed.
Yeah.
I'm going – did you pick Bears or Browns?
Bears.
All right. I'm going
Bears.
Browns. I'm going with you, Nick.
Oh, wait, they got Joe Flacco. No, I forgot. Oh, well.
Give me the Bears.
Chris? You already picked the Bears.
You put the Lions helmet on to pick the Bears?
All right, next game, Commanders at the
It's like putting a
Rams.
flag on the ground or like throwing a Bible
Flag
away.
in the play,
The
bro.
Commanders at the Rams, man. Rams are 6.5-point favorites. I added this game in a little late just because I wanted to have a couple more games in the docket. But I think this is a wild card matchup, kind of. Like, these are two teams that can make the wild card, right? I am going to take the Rams on this game. Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp. I love it. I'm taking the Rams, baby. Nick, who you taking?
I'll do the wave.
I think this one's going all the way around. I'm going with Matthew Stafford and the Rams as well. Easy. Who you got?
Give me Matty Stafford. It's coaching. It's a better quarterback. You got to go with that combination all day.
4 for the Rams.
All 4 Rams. All right. Let's hit break. When we come back, we'll do a couple more games. We have 2 more games on the docket. They're the 2 bigger games of the year or of the week. You went back to this, Cam. Let me tell you. Actually, Broder, tell us about Mark White.
Mark White!
Of the year as well.
Oh,
man.
actually,
You sure?
These are a
no.
couple
I'm going to tell you
of the
about
best
Feldman
games.
first.
Let me go Guardian Alarm first.
Yeah, do Guardian.
We have Easy in here, so he doesn't know the switch there. Guardian Alarm, customized solutions. Customized solutions from real experts. They take the time to recommend security and automation solutions that are specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Give them a call anytime, day or night. And a Guardian Alarm team member, they will stay on the phone as long as needed. That is technology backed by people where your safety and security matters. It has been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. That number right there, if you want a great defense, give it a call. 1-800-STAY-OUT.
See, that's why that needs to be the last read of the ads. We'll talk about Feldman right now, because since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class buying experience. They call it the Feldman Advantage. They got 18 locations, so there's got to be one in your backyard. Just visit FeldmanAuto.com to find out more. Also, catch Woodward Sports here every other Monday at their Novi dealership. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equip Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
For over 60 years, Fairway Packing has provided Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with beef, prime beef, dry aged beef, Wagyu beef, so much beef. You can experience the Fairway difference for yourself today. Just visit the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods or check them out online at fairwaypacking.com.
All right, welcome back to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Hey, man, look at this. I'm sitting in Ryan Armandi's seat, man. I've got a big hat to fill over here. Get it, boys? No?
Yeah.
Jared Goff's got a big. Is that a saying? Is that a saying? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought that was. It works. Yeah, I guess it does.
We'll accept it.
It's a sick hat, man. I might start wearing this around.
Those were in style for like a week.
I might wear them around the city a little bit. Nick's over there giving me a thumbs up. Nick's just going.
I remember.
I don't know what that means.
The thumbs up is for 125 likes. Broder and Easy will hug out the beef. Make sure you guys smash that like button to see Broder and Easy hug on live and maybe kisses.
Yeah, we're
on the
at
cheek.
85 right now, so we're about 40 away. So let's start hitting that, or 35 away. 40.
You have the fastest tongue this side of the Mississippi.
40 away.
I never do math live on air. That's a rule for myself.
Rich Diana Booner, have you lost weight? I don't. Yeah, the hat makes it look like it, doesn't it? All right, a couple more games left here, real quick around the NFL, and then we'll do. I do have some Booner bets. I can't wear this hat this whole time. It goes off the screen. It's so big.
That's what she said.
I do have some Booner bets. I want to do some player props. We can do over-unders, things like that as well with this. Let's go around the room, though. Cowboys at Bills. This is a huge game. I was kind of surprised. Bills are favored by 2.5. They're favored to beat the Cowboys.
At home?
At home.
Well, yeah, Bills are at home, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of surprising still, though, just because the Cowboys have been playing so well. Yeah. Nick, who are you going to go here? Cowboys or Bills?
That's where I'm going to start with this one. Wow. Everybody's buying all into the Cowboys right now. Vegas tells you the truth. They're going down. Give me the Bills all day. Cowboys pick up a loss here. Give me Josh Allen and the Bills continuing their hot run.
Love it. Easy. Who do you have here?
Josh Allen, the Bills just might embarrass Dak Prescott and the Cowboys right now. The Cowboys look big and bad and scary, but they played nothing but cupcakes. They did beat the Eagles. But the Eagles are kind of like running low on fumes. They've been playing absolute killers the past couple of weeks. Jalen Hurts dealing with the knee injury. They're at home. It's a division game. Those get a little bit wonky. I think the Cowboys are going to take a shocking loss to the Buffalo Bills, who are fighting for a playoff spot.
Love it, Broder.
They looked pretty good last week, the Bills. That's tough. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I want the Bills to win, don't get me wrong, but I'm going with the Cowboys.
Wow. Guess what?
Chicken butt.
Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Give me my Bills, baby.
Here's your guys' chance to gain a game.
Give me my Bills, man. They're going to go win 2 straight here, start getting back on the board. They might have a chance to win this division.
Vegas has the Bills favored?
By 2.5.
Damn.
This is totally a Bills type of game, though, to blow, like to choke.
Cowboys game to blow, too, though.
Yeah.
True.
December is their month of F it up.
Bills
so who's going to choke most?
As bad as the Bills have been, they have a chance to win their division. They're 2 games back behind the Dolphins. The Dolphins play the Jets, Cowboys, Ravens, and then they play each other to end the year.
That's a tough run for the Dolphins, too.
So all the Bills need basically to win the next 3 games. They just need the Dolphins to lose one of those games versus the Cowboys, Ravens, or Jets, and then the Bills are going to be playing for the division in the final week.
Is that a primetime game or what?
Which one?
Bills Cowboys. That's a good game.
Bills Cowboys 4:25 p.m.
Oh, okay.
But the last game of the year, Bills Dolphins, potentially for the division. TBD. So that could end up being the Monday Night Football game for their division.
We should link up for the Cowboys game. Cowboys, Bills.
Bills play the Jets this season?
Easy's hilarious. We should link up. He's like, we should link up for this Cowboys Bills game. It's like 3 weeks down the line on a Sunday.
Wait, the Cowboys Bills played this Sunday, you just said. That's the game we just picked.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about Dolphins Cowboys. I was like 3 weeks down the line, bro.
I was confused.
Yeah, no, we should. Well, we probably
Bills play the Jets before the end of the year?
The Dolphins do, he said.
Great question.
Yeah, Dolphins
Got you. Because, Sean McDermott would have had a nice pregame speech for that one.
What?
The Jets game.
Why?
Oh,
you don't remember
was
that?
Cooking that one up from a mile away.
Let me see.
The 9/11 thing?
Oh, come on.
Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce.
What?
That was what you were talking about, right? The 9/11 pregame speech?
Horrible speech.
Yeah. I was figuring
Ravens, Jags, boys.
All right, next game. Ravens at the Jaguars. Who are you taking, Nick? Ravens are favored by 3.5.
Yeah, this is a massive game for #1 seed. Implications for the Ravens. I know the Jags are still fighting. They got a lot to prove still. They've been on the downhill. I'm going with the Ravens. Give me Lamar. I still got that MVP slip in there. Hopefully he can win out and put up a bunch of numbers doing it.
Slip it in there, baby.
Wow. All right, easy. While you're laughing over there. Could only laugh on Saturdays, man.
This guy's a savage. What's up? Ravens who? Ravens?
What's
Jags.
I think I took Ravens earlier. I think I took Ravens. Give me the Ravens.
Ravens, baby. Broder, who you taking?
I'm going Ravens. Definitely.
I'm going to go Ravens as well.
Give me the Ravens.
Give me the Ravens, baby.
Are the Jags done or like?
I don't know, man.
T-Law's still playing. Like,
I know they should let him. They should let him
They're
rest
just
up.
kind of fakers to me. Like they should be so good.
I think everyone in the league is a little bit fake besides the 49ers, to be honest.
That's a good point.
It's fair. And the Ravens. I put the Ravens in the Niners.
Yeah, I didn't even know them, though, because they've had a couple of those games.
Well, the 49ers lost to the Vikings.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about like right now, the 49ers are clearly ahead of everyone.
Fair.
I guess the Ravens have won 3 straight, but those 3 straight are the Rams, Chargers, and Bengals, and they're all backup quarterbacks, 2 out of the 3. So I don't give them to that.
That's fair.
But yeah, I just feel like we could pick all these games, but you know, should we even do Booner bets? It's already break time.
We should.
Yeah, let's
go to break and we'll come back. We'll do half of that and then we'll give our game predictions.
Bets. It was just going to be over/under stuff.
Yeah, let's do that and give our predictions.
Yeah, we're good.
All
Let's
right,
go to break right now.
We'll come back. Let's go to break. When we come back, Booner bets and score predictions for the game. We'll make sure we get all of your guys' score predictions as well. Broder,
let me tell you about
Mark
White.
Mark
If you're
White,
dreaming of a new home but feeling the financial pinch, Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of closing costs. That's right, $5,000. Call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness! Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White and Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Just in time for football. Glorious. Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good, it's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in the honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. So smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off, or check them out online at www.gloriouscanna.com.
Into Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. If you guys can hear for us, hit that like button. 125 likes. We're at 90 right now. 125. If we can get 35 more.
I'll make a change because the Philadelphia 76ers scored 124 points.
You'll do 124.
We'll do 124. Agreed.
All right. Nice.
I actually want to make another change. Since the Lions got to 92 points, let's add 8 more to it. If we get to 100, you guys still have to hug it out.
I would love if the Lions put up 92 points.
We're not
Did I
changing
say
the
Lions?
bet.
Yeah.
I said I meant Pistons.
Yeah, you
sorry.
can't change the bet.
Yeah, you're not changing the bet.
I want to see you guys talk it out, man.
Yeah, well, we have to get to the
They gotta
likes.
get to
Otherwise,
likes, yeah.
otherwise, asking for likes means nothing.
Yeah,
if
but
we're
I'm
just
just-
going
if
to
I'm just-
succumb to the pressure.
If I'm just doing
It's like we have no offensive line. The pressure's coming and we're giving in.
Dude, if I'm just doing simple maths over here.
Establish the run game.
If I'm just doing simple math, I know Easy said, Booner, don't do math on air, but we have 90 likes, 110 people watching. If we're trying to get to 125.
Hey, some people are driving. They hit the like button yet. Hey, be a
To
friend,
be a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah.
All right, listen, everyone, go share the stream with someone so we get to 125.
You're not participation trophies, Booner.
Yeah, go share the stream with someone. Let's get to 125. Tell them to like the stream and stick around and watch the show back. All right, appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's get into it. Booner bets here. I don't have any bets for you guys. If you guys want some of my bets, what happened?
You go, Booner's bets here. I don't have any bets for you, but
I don't, because what I do is I give my bets out on the pregame show. The Booner Legacy play.
I love you.
I love you guys too. Booner Legacy play is 9-1 on the season so far. Ripped it. 9-1 on the season so far. I will be giving that out tomorrow at 5:30 when we have the pregame show. So I'm not giving it out now. But what we're gonna do is I went around. Nick, can we get a little bit of a new tune from the last one? Let's get a little mix up here.
The block is
We're gonna
hot.
go around the room.
The block is hot.
I've got some player props for you guys. I want to go over here in the next couple minutes. Want to see where you guys at with it. I'm gonna go kind of an off the rails one here. I'm gonna go on defense.
Ooh.
Alex Anzalone tackles over under 7.5. Where are we at with it?
Smash the over. It's not solo tackles, right? It's combined.
Combined.
Yeah, give me the over all day.
I like
No,
that.
it's hard to get half of a solo tackle, right?
Well, half
I
tackle
guess that
is
so that didn't work. You're true. I actually think it is going to be an over. Because he doesn't have to worry about the tight end as much. He doesn't have to worry about the tight end, so it's just fly to the ball, population to the ball.
Yeah, I like that as well. I'm going to take the over. I think he gets double digits. So if you can get an alternate line, which the app that I did check this on, there's alternate lines. You can get them at over 9.5 for plus money. Go do that. So if you guys wanted to Booner bet, go take the Anzalone 8.5. Maybe go 8.5 and take it at plus money. Easy. Who do you think? Over 7.5?
Over 7.5 for one more time. Who was it?
Alex Anzalone tackles.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
Spencer Rackster over 7.5 tackles.
Yeah, I could say that because like the Denver Broncos are a team that likes to keep, like they have long, drawn out like drives. They're not like any short scoring drives. So like,
Good point.
7.5 or 7 tackles. That seems really doable.
I love it. I love
As long
it.
as Jack doesn't steal them all.
That's a fair point.
Jack,
too.
you can get Jack at like 5.5 for plus money. I
Total
think.
tackle, like 2
Total, yeah.
assists counts as 1 though, right?
Correct.
So he'll get it. Even if Jack steals him, he'll be there and touch him. But
No, at 1 assist counts as 1 for this.
you'll get it then.
Yeah.
No, Boone, it's
No, one assist counts as a half.
Yo,
Like that's where the half comes from.
2 assists is 1.
In the game, it actually counts as a half?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. Sick.
yeah,
That's
something
crazy
new
that you
today.
go winning those bets and you like didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, but the thing is, if
You're
you,
just
go,
like, yeah, this
if
makes
you go
sense.
into the box score, though, there's
Sounds
never
good.
half assisted tackles. I'd never see 0.5.
No, not half an assist tackle, but assist tackle is half a tackle.
Yeah, but if you go into the, I'm saying if you go into the box scores, it'll say like 4 solos and like 4 assisted, and they'll total 8. So there's never a half an assist. Do you see what I'm saying?
Where are you getting your stats?
ESPN. And I've won a lot of bets off tackles. They'll have like 4 assists and 4 solo, and they'll total it out as 8.
Maybe we're thinking of sacks then.
You guys are definitely thinking of sacks, fellas.
No, it's definitely tackles. Here, I'll pull up
Pull it
the
up. Go
official.
show me a half an assisted tackle. on it.
Deal.
Yeah.
Please.
And
I've been making these bets so much.
All right, while you do that, Booner, I'll kick this one off. JMO, over 17.5
I love him.
receiving yards. Over, under. Booner, where are you going
Give me
with
the
it?
over. J-Mo gets not a big game, but he's going to have 30-plus yards tomorrow. I think they're going to try and get him the ball more. I know the city has been asking for it, and people are asking to get targets. I think they hear the noise a little bit. A lot of questions in the press conferences about it. I think you see J-Mo get a lot of touches tomorrow, at least 4 touches.
17.5. I think he can get that in 1 catch.
Agreed.
So let's do it. And that's receiving yards or total yards?
I believe it's receiving.
Yeah, over.
Receiving.
Oh, Eagle over cover 4.
Don't do that.
He hates it.
Come on.
Shane
What's that
Falco. What?
What's that from?
It's from the replacements.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's
It's a big play.
Easy, 17.5. What you taking?
Nothing a ton in it, but I'll take a JMO over every week just because like 1 catch and go for at least 20 yards. So
Yep.
I'll take an over every week on that.
Next one we have here. Let's do this. Jahmyr Gibbs, all-purpose yards, 77.5. So he gets 78 all-purpose yards. Are you taking the over/under on that one, Broder?
Hedman is my player of the game, so I've got to take that over.
Oh, yeah.
He needs it. The Lions need it. If he hits it over, they win.
I like that. I'm going to go the over as well. He has the last, I don't even think he got it actually, he did get it last week. He's gotten it a handful of times since he's kind of had his breakout game. I'm going to go the over. I think he gets 100 all-purpose yards tomorrow. I think this is that running back game, and I think he becomes RB1 tomorrow.
Yeehaw.
Nick?
Yeah, speaking of being RB1, I believe he gets this strictly on the ground. Not even talking his receiving yards as well. I think this is a massive Jahmyr Gibbs game. Really show why he is like the most explosive player on our offense right there with J-Mo. Gibbs over 77.5 all-purpose.
Easy.
You gotta tell me the bet one more time. I apologize.
Over 77.5.
I'm sorry, man.
All-purpose yards from Jahmyr Gibbs.
No. Under. Playing it safe. That's scary shit. 97.5 all-purpose?
77.
Oh, 77.
Where did you hear 97?
He's got, you know what, headphones?
Yeah, I'll take an over on that then. Yeah.
Gonna have right in between 77 and 97.
You know what I just put in the chat here?
What?
I think Broder and Easy are becoming best friends today.
We've always been best friends.
I'm in shambles right now because I loved this rivalry.
We have like a negotiation going on. I talk a lot of shit. It gets heated, I think.
This rivalry was one of my favorites, and I think I've mended this, and I don't like it. I want you guys to be mad at each other again.
I love this.
I can make a
vibe in the show.
As long as he keeps my name out of his mouth with all the golf slander.
Whoa! As long as you keep my name out of your mouth.
Oh, I got it.
You started it, buddy. I posted something in the group chat, and then you were like, "Oh, flip flop," and I didn't flip flop on anything.
I'm a genius.
Detroit
that was the basis
I'm out here
of
fishing.
it.
I didn't flip flop anything.
Detroit Lions.
Do you want to have the conversation?
I'm out here. I love this. This is fun.
Everyone watch this network knows I'm not a big Jared Goff guy. So to say I flip flopped on that Jared Goff take is insane.
Dude, I have your text screenshotted right on my desktop.
Yeah, I mean, grab it. I'll put it in Slack.
And you stood right here and you said, "I'm 100% serious. I'm going to support Goff. I'm riding with him for the rest of the season."
So,
it was literally like 24 hours.
And
then your response to me was, "You flip flopped. You said Jimmy Garoppolo was good."
Because what I said is not flip flopping. I'm support Jared Goff. I'm a Lions
your
fan.
Personality, your part of your shtick.
It's not a shtick. It's real.
It has been. Yes, it's real. It's been hating Goff. And you made a big, glorious statement of, yeah, it's over. I'm going to support the man.
No, so that's where you're incorrect. Like, I got pulled a tweet right now. It does not say it's over. It doesn't say I was wrong. It says I'm going to support Goff.
See, this is why I don't argue with them.
Detroit
You can't argue it, brother. It's facts. It's black and white.
Okay.
It's literally,
I'm going to choose a winner here.
That's fine. Just don't bring me up when you talk about Jared Goff.
I didn't bring you up, brother. You brought me up, called me a flip-flopper, and I responded.
Nick, can you move both of them? Okay. I'm going to declare a winner here.
That's literally what happened.
I'm going to declare a winner here. The winner of this argument, it's Booner. I got the rivalry back, baby.
You did.
Rivalry back. I love myself sometimes. I love all the people in the chat. I love our crew.
I don't know how I was confused.
Detroit Lions versus the Denver Broncos, boys. Let's go
24-18 Lions.
The room.
That's what I'm taking.
Let's hit you.
24-18.
Easy. What's your score prediction?
Give me Detroit Lions. I said 27-24 earlier.
Nick?
My bad. All right, I'm going Detroit Lions 34, Denver Broncos 24. I think we win by 10. I think the Lions are going to put up a bunch of points against this Denver defense, and it starts by just absolutely dominating the run game. Detroit Lions get back on track, win 34-24. Booner.
Give me the Detroit Lions 38, the Denver Broncos 27. High scoring game, take the over. I think this is a shootout. Give it to me though. 38-27, Detroit Lions win. Let me try and throw this helmet on here. And they're getting back on track, baby. Ryan Romani, don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about getting mad because the Detroit Lions are getting back on track. They're going to win some football games and go win in the playoffs. Mark it. Told you guys. Let's go to break.
What were you doing?
Planet Fitness. Tell us about it, Nick.
Kick Noli. Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness! Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Golf.
Company, let's talk about it. The official equipment provider of Woodward Sports, Michigan-grown, family-owned, bad boy mowers, tractors, steel handhelds, and even weed whippers, Liberty trailers, Generac generators, Snow X-Pulse and Salters, outdoor equipment company. They have it all. Buy it, rent it, 0% financing, delivery to your doorstep. That is over at OutdoorEquipGo.com. All right, welcome back. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com, whatever you're watching it on. I'm telling you guys what, if you guys could all, if you haven't yet, hit that like button, share the stream with someone to hit that like button. On the break here, we really need, I would love to get to 125 so we can see an angry hug from these guys.
It wouldn't be an angry hug.
It feels like it would be an angry hug. You guys were going
I love
at
easy.
it.
I just think this stuff is stupid, and I don't want to be a part of the argument. And it just all they talk about is us on the fucking show.
You keep carrying on as like facts, like you keep putting like words in my mouth and things that I never said, and then you use it and then you're trying to use it to like discredit me and shit I like literally never said, and it's like it's mad.
What do we need to do to mend this?
I clearly just got to pull up the tweet and show him. That, like the shit he's saying, I never said.
All right, let's do mailbag. Easy, do what you got to do over there. Let's do some mailbag. This was, I thought, I put a genuine comment in there thinking that the boys became best friends. And I was like, I like the rivalry.
Hey, just you can argue as long as this conversation stays away from me. I don't care. I don't get everything about golf. If you have any positive thing to say about golf, you're a slappy. You're a golf gobbler. It's like I'm just covering the freaking Lions, and I made a prediction about golf. I support him. He needs to play. We've talked negative about like I'm just analyzing. We don't need to talk bad about my teammates on the other shows to make a point. Every point you guys make, you have to bring somebody down. If we're itchy and slappy.
That's a whole
single
separate argument, though.
What?
That's a whole separate argument from the one we're talking about, though.
If you want to call him itchy and slappy, I mean, we just got Garfield on heavyweights. I'm just kidding. Garfield looking for.
Anyways, mailbag.
All right, mailbag. Sorry, that was uncalled for me. Garfield.
It's
all right, mailbag. William
stupid.
Vanderswag. Are they going to ever involve Antoine Green in any of the games?
No.
Also, will DPJ get more targets? I think the Lions will just pound it in the ground. Amon-Ra bounce back game 2. That was a lot there, William. I'm going to say no, Antoine this year won't have a huge role. Maybe that's a kind of a future thing. DPJ, maybe a little increased role, but you're not going to see a ton of it. I'd rather see J-Mo get an increased role than DPJ right now. And ground and pound, yes. Pound it and ground it on the ground.
I want to see more DPJ in the red zone.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Throw the ball up. Let him go get it.
I like that. I like that.
Never mind.
You were about to start something else there. We
I
don't
was,
need it.
and I
We
held
don't
back.
need it.
IT Hips, if the Lions
Nick.
lose tomorrow, do you think they still win the division? Yes, IT.
Yes.
If they lose tomorrow, I believe we still will. The Vikings are on a third-string quarterback. I don't have faith in them. The Packers, I don't.
Are we back?
Can you hear me
Can
now?
you guys hear us? It's their click stream. See if that works.
I mean, as long as the audio's on.
Whoever did that should be
Can you guys hear us?
themselves.
Audio is on. Can you guys hear us?
Can you guys hear us?
Audio is.
Flint said audio is. We'll finish it up audio only. You guys want to do that?
Audio only.
Whoever they should be
Yeah, I guess
ashamed
you
of
could.
themselves.
What?
Whoever crashed this computer. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's do a couple more here. If you guys can hear us, and then we'll end it here because we are. You know what? This might be a purposeful thing because we were almost at 125 likes, and then Easy just crashed. I don't think these guys want to hug it out.
I think they would.
I'm not in here too.
I don't think they want to hug it out. That's the thing here.
God, that whole Matthew
let's do a couple bags here. Mailbag Hollywood Broder / Booner when. I don't know what that means.
What?
Is the stream back on?
No, they can just hear us.
Yeah, they could just hear
that
us.
sucks because here's that tweet.
Oh, I can read it out loud. Oh,
Here's
actually,
the tweet. You want to read it out loud verbatim? I think Broder should. He's the one that's kind of just confused on it.
Okay, let's
Sure,
just
I
finish
think
it
Jared
off on
Goff
this.
is the best play-action quarterback in the entire NFL, and I'm very proud of his rebound from where he first got here in Detroit. His comeback has shown true Detroit underdog spirit. I'm all bought in for the rest of the season. No more unnecessary negative talk from me. Let's go get that Super Bowl, JG. One pride.
So now where Broder starts saying things where I said I was wrong or that whatever the hell else you're saying, like trying to make it a flip-flop talk it, like all that stuff is still true. And in terms of like keeping each other's names out of each other's mouth, here's the tweet where it happened, where I sent the tweet in the group chat, Jared Goff tripping over the bags. You responded to flip-flop. Also Easy has emerged. Looks like you said my name first. And then I fired back, defending myself, because ain't shit changed. There's no flip-flopping.
Pretty sure this came after we first started actually talking about it, but
I could.
Yeah, it was a flip
do that
flop.
part too.
Can we
just say?
Okay, so that's where I'm confused. How is this a flip flop?
Dude, did you just read your tweet?
Where did
See,
I
this is the
flip-flop?
stupidest. This is so fucking stupid.
Well, that's what I'm asking to explain though. Where's the flip flop?
All right,
Where do you I'm all bought in for the rest of the season. No more unnecessary negative talk from me.
So he tripped over bags at bad games. I discussed the bad games and him tripping over the bag. Is that relevant? I don't understand.
Dude, just rewatch your show. Like the fact that we're talking about this during our show is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
A bad game. I
have 2 hours every day to make a name for myself to try to either get a raise or get a new job, and all you guys talk about is fucking itchy and slabby. It's so fucking stupid.
But I'm talking about something previous before that.
Unbelievable.
End of the show. Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Unnecessary flip flop.
Appreciate you guys.
Jared Goff is only good if everything is perfect around him.
That's true.
Matthew Stafford, would he go to win in Super Bowl? Everything had to be fucking perfect around him.
That was pretty perfect. I can't lie.
Yes, Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. It's not even close.
But
he could not win until everything was perfect around him.
He also had a good coach that time around.
See, he also had. This is why you can't get into an argument with them. There is no end to it.
Do you see how I'm speaking and he's just like getting emotional? Like, this is wild. This is
it is, because this is my chance.
All right,
and I have to sit here defending myself.
This is content, bro.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to spend my time arguing with you.
Don't talk shit about me on your show. Don't call me a flip flop.
Let's end the show.
You fucking did.
That's not a flip flop, bud.
Okay, dude.
All right, Woodward Nights. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be back. Make sure tomorrow 8 a.m. Woodward and Main show, and then following at 5:30 we'll have the pregame show, and then after that we'll have the watch party. At the watch party, if you guys are still in here listening, we do have a new sponsor tomorrow, Locker, that will be doing a live. You guys will be competing against me for $500 on the app. So make sure you guys check out our socials, and as well tomorrow throughout the shows we'll be sharing that stuff out so you guys can join and play that. But we'll see you guys Monday, 8 p.m. Love you guys.
Toodles, my G's.